Hello, welcome to another episode of the Fellowship of the D20. This time, sponsored by Raincross Press. Blood World is coming your way. This is Princess of the Apocalypse Part 2. But before we jump into episode 23, let me do a recap of what happened last time. After dropping Selby off with her family at Waterdeep, we were surprised to find out that her family did not care for adventurers and wanted nothing to do with us. In fact, we got the very strong impression that they had pulled some strings and maneuvered things in order to get Selby away from us and back to her family where she belongs. So with that, we left her to deal with her duties in the Lord's Alliance, and we went on to find a place to stay in Waterdeep. Hold on, I lost it. Sorry. We came upon a tavern called the Crooked Dagger down by the docks and went in to find many professional adventurers such as we inside looking for work. Among them, we noticed the Harangon whodunit and the Luxodon Boja, but at this point, we did not know them. The tavern has rooms, so we got a few rooms. Upstairs. Upon entering our individual rooms, we each discover a note in our rooms with a map requesting that we meet an unknown person in an alleyway marked on the map in about an hour. Whodunit and Boja, having gone into their rooms separately, also discovered the same note in their rooms, but we haven't talked to them at this point. Cirrus, Eleuthera, and Whodunit also recognized the seal on the note to be from the Lord's Alliance. Unfortunately, though, Bjorn was planning on a nice rest after their long journey to Waterdeep, and when he got to the tavern, he went into relax mode and started drinking. By the time we all got the notes, he was 3 sheets to the wind. Cirrus discovered secret passages behind our rooms and soon came upon the entrance of Boja's room and discovered that she too had received said note. At this point, Eleuthera joined Cirrus and they both go to the secret entrance of Whodunit's room. After talking, we all decided to meet the person who sent us the notes, but we would leave separately to disguise the two parties knowing each other. With Whodunit riding his camel down the street, followed by Boja, a bipedal white elephant, hardly anyone noticed the rest of us making it down to the alley of the deal. Once there, though, we hear the sounds of a murder down the alley, a scream and a thump. We go down the alley to inspect, and we find a bleeding corpse of the dwarf from the Lord's Alliance that we were supposed to meet. He had been stabbed with an assassin's precision that allowed for death within seconds. He was dressed in very fancy clothes, silk from top to bottom, including bejeweled gloves, which Cirrus took since he wouldn't be needing them anymore. When he took the gloves off, we discovered that the man had a tattooed signet ring on his finger that signified his affiliation with Mirabar. The dwarf also had some bloody documents in his inside pocket and a bag of coins. What was odd was that no one robbed him of these things, including his killer. The documents tell the story of the Wave Echo Cave and the Phandalin 5.5 and the pact that was agreed upon concerning the cave. The documents do mention that they were looking for the remains of the Phandalin 5.5 in Cirrus, Eleuthera, and Bjorn to join with Whodunit and Boja in a new party to investigate the disappearance of a trade caravan that was going from Mirabar to Phandalin and then to the Spellforge at Wave Echo Cave and then finally to Waterdeep. But while it checked in at all the points up to the Spellforge, it disappeared somewhere between a village called Amphail, where they were last seen, and Waterdeep. The documents go on to mention that Phandalin and Halia, along with the Zentarim. Clearly, the Lord's Alliance has been keeping tabs on us and Halia and is conspiring to work things their way. Investigating the scene, Cirrus discovered a trail of blood drops and scuff marks from foot tracks leading away from the scene of the crime. He followed the footprints to a turn in the alley where the prints appeared to go up a wall. Cirrus picked them up about 30 feet further down the alley, clear down to the docks, but the prints disappeared in the muck. Meanwhile, Whodunit climbs up the wall to investigate the prints. On the roof, he finds empty flagons of beer and the remains of someone smoking a pipe up there next to a chair. After coming down to tell us what he saw on the roof, we hear in the distance, back where the dwarf's body was still lying, someone shouts, "Murder! Murder on the docks! The Phandalin 5 are responsible!" We escape to the south, out the Watergate, and head out into the north. After leading the people on a false trail, Whodunit and Boja meet up with us a couple miles outside of town. There we talk about what has happened and what we need to do, and Whodunit and Boja join the Phandalin 3, making us the Phandalin 5 once again. In a disembodied voice, Carl Carlsrue tells us that we must go to Amphail and find a secret hideout. We travel for a day and rest. When we wake up, we hear the sounds of battle, a clanging of swords, and the smashing of shields far away towards the river. When we investigate, we saw large dog hyena humanoid hybrids called gnolls, joyfully killing a whole bunch of giant crabs, and we felt honor bound to save the crabs. And with that, I will turn it over to Diemesis.
Very nice, very nice, very cool. Great recap. So, as you said, last time you had woken up from your long rest, and the character who had been, I believe it was Cirrus, who had been on duty, or whodunit, had heard that there was something going on, and he had sent out Mr. Simeon to go and scout. And whodunit had seen through its eyes and seen that there were a number of dog-like creatures milling about, attacking these crabs. And so you had gathered up all your arms and weapons and hastily broke camp and decided to rush forward to try and aid these crabs against these dog-like creatures. So as you got closer, it's still very early in the morning. The light is very dim. The sun hasn't completely risen yet. And you're coming up on the scene. You can still hear that there is some commotion going on, but it doesn't sound like the sounds of battle are still happening. But you can hear these creatures yipping at each other in some strange, odd language that none of you recognize. And so I need to know from the party how you will proceed as you are now getting within probably visual range soon of these creatures. So how will you approach the scene?
Well, I have my axe in hand. I'm planning on trying to talk them into stopping what they're doing.
With your axe.
With my axe in hand. I'm not going to hit him right away.
Well, they haven't detected us yet. I think that's a good opportunity to maybe take them by surprise. Cirrus would be very good for a sneak attack.
All right. Why don't you guys go ahead and tell me how you want to approach?
Yeah, definitely not rushing in.
I will definitely hang from the back. I am most effective at a greater distance than others with the big stabby, slashy things.
Yeah.
So I have whodunit is going to be hanging back. Cirrus, are you going to be approaching closely? I know you're going to be approaching stealthily.
No.
Do you plan on approaching close? No, you're going to stay back?
No, I'll be hanging. I will not be approaching close. Yes.
Okay. Will all of you be staying as a group, or are you going to spread out? This is just for my initial
I was
place.
under the impression we were in a group.
Yeah, as far as travel, I think we'd be in a group. Like the spreading out is automatically going to happen once we engage, because those guys got to get close.
Okay, so I take it you're all going to be going stealthily. So
and I'll have my cloak up.
So for purposes, I'm going to bring up the map.
You would be surprised how stealthy my camel is.
I'm going to bring up the map here in a second. And then I will let you guys place yourselves on the edge of the map where you are. So this should be coming up for you.
Oh, that's something we forgot to do. I got to get a token for my camel.
Oh, I forgot. I got to do this.
Is your camel named Joe?
No, his name is Mr. Hump. It should not surprise you.
First name Penelope.
That's right.
Actually, Penelope Hump has a pretty good ring to it. I like it.
Penelope Hump kind of sounds like a Bond villain. Is it? I mean, a Bond girl. Is it just me?
Yes, I think you're onto something there.
That's Money Penny.
That's right.
In honor of the great sorceress Sylvie, who I have had a minor association with by means of sorcery and witchcraft and things. Yes, Penelope Hump it is.
All right. So as you can see, you guys are up in the top left corner there.
You guys see that? Do I need to? I can't bring it over anymore.
Okay.
You should be able to zoom in too. So if you want. So you are hearing in the distance, they're not being very subtle about it, so you don't need to roll or anything. Down to the southeast, you're hearing a large commotion. You're hearing a lot of yipping and snarling and growling and ripping. It sounds like there's flesh ripping and things like that. But the light is very dim. This is the extent of what you're able to see, and you guys have emerged onto the scene. I put you where you are right now. You can go ahead and move if you want to be in a different way. What I do want to do is go ahead and put us in initiative order, and we will approach and move forward from there. So go ahead and everybody roll initiative for me.
Alrighty then. So
Oh, I'm sorry. You got to make sure you select your character and then roll initiative. So.
Yeah,
I can't
no,
just
you
roll
gotta
from the
select-
sheet.
No, you have to roll from your sheet, but you have to select your character first for roll
Okay.
20 to acknowledge.
Yeah,
that that's
I
what
forgot
you're
to
rolling
so
for.
to do it, but I did roll it and it was a 22. So let me
All
see
right.
what the second one does. Yeah, I'm taking 22.
All right. 22.
Yep.
Cool.
Did that just roll for me by itself? Or did somebody roll dice when I clicked it?
No,
No,
Mike
I
rolled.
just rolled with
yellow
my
dice.
advantage and got 22.
Okay. For a second, I thought, like, how did I roll? I just clicked that thing. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
And we'll
I will roll for Boja
Yeah.
here.
It's not showing up on the thing. Are you selecting your character first?
I selected my character. I can see all his little pips pop up.
I've got
and
who done it on there with 16.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. My bad. I see it
Uh,
now. I missed that.
just give me 1 second, real quick. I need to make a roll for a couple of things.
This is why barbarians must fight up close. They are nearsighted.
Yes.
Especially in the dark.
Especially in the dark.
Haha, but I have my trusty ring.
It is good to have magical trinkets. I am very fond of them myself.
Yes.
You almost sound like Fizzgrit when you said that. Yes. You have tribute?
Jeez. Fizzgrid knows what is up in front of us right now. Fizzgrid has eaten these creatures before. Fizzgrid enjoys it.
We don't need to hear about your love life. Fisker.
Fizzgrid likes to talk about his love life. Fizzgrid has no body anymore. All Fizzgrid can do is talk.
And into Cirrus's ear.
Oh, no.
Bjorn, you are up first. Actually, Bjorn or Luthra, who has higher decks?
Probably I have 16, I think.
What's your dex, Bjorn?
I'm sorry. Let me look real quick. Dex, I got 16 too.
High or low? Bjorn, call it.
Hi.
That is low. So Luthra is going first.
Okay.
Luthra, you are up.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
So
Let's see where these creatures are.
you
first of
are
all.
hearing all
I don't
sorts of
think we can see
yipping
them from here.
and from the southeast, you're hearing all sorts of yipping noises and growling and snapping, and you're hearing the ripping of flesh. But you're not seeing anything at the moment.
There's
So
lots of trees. And
When you
Okay.
say yipping noises, are we talking about like chihuahuas?
it sounds like the best way I could describe it would be like a high pitched dog, but it sounds like it's laughing as it. But
Oh,
it
okay,
sounds like
okay.
it sounds like
hyena noises.
yeah, it sounds
Okay.
like
Yes.
speech of some sort though.
Alright.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I guess I'm behind cover where I'm at. What do I see now?
yes, you are. Well,
The tree in front of you, maybe?
Well, did I see anything coming along the way? I guess that would be a better question.
you should be able to see it. Can you on your screen if you zoom out down to the southeast?
Okay. I just if we zoom out, we can't really see the characters very well. Is all.
On roll 20, Luthra should be able to see.
Can you?
Yeah, I see the green line. All right.
Yeah, this is
well-
takes some maneuvering.
Okay.
I could tell you that
Yeah.
you could see a large gaggle of what looks like bipedal humanoids, but they have a strange dog-like appearance with yellowish mottled fur. You see a number. I mean, it looks like 80 to 100 crabs ranging in size from 2 feet to as much as 8 feet in size, slaughtered all over the ground, and these gnolls have begun eating them, ripping apart, ripping the shells off. There are a number of dead gnolls on the ground as well. It looks like the crabs were able to take maybe as many of 10 of the gnolls or 10 of these creatures and kill them. Their bodies ripped up and shredded, and they're bleeding all over the place. And these creatures are not only ripping up the crabs, they're ripping up their own companions and eating them as well.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like that they're out of my range
Sounds like
to
a
hit
party.
them. But what I can do is I'm going to motion to Cirrus for a telepathic link if we're not already linked, and then I describe to him what I'm seeing and where I think these creatures are, and then I'll hold my action. And if any of the gnolls notices us, or gets into range of me, I'll just Eldritch Blast them.
Luthra, can you give me a stealth check when you moved up there as well, please?
Yeah, and I do have advantage, I think.
Yes, you should. You're in dim light.
So that awesome cloak.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
What'd you get?
19.
19.
19. All right. Let's see what we got here.
I love your pretty and pink guy.
I guess they suit look for you. The red ones are better though.
Right.
So you're able to sneak up and you see that. Also give me a perception check, please.
Yep. Also with advantage.
Oh,
yeah.
she perceived the
Wow.
shit out of that.
You notice, if you can see where I'm clicking
She can
here,
see the DM.
Right?
one of the creatures closest to the bank seems to be a little bit taller, a little bit broader than all of the other ones. And all of the other creatures are gravitating around it. When it reaches for a piece of meat, they all defer and get away. When it barks at somebody, they move. It seems to be perhaps the leader of some sort, though you know, from the way everything is acting.
Yeah, and I think to Cirrus, I think we've located the alpha knoll, and I kind of silently motion and point in the direction of where he is.
Bjorn, your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. I gotta zoom in so I can see these squares.
That's fine.
All right.
You should. I just got it set up so you should snap to the squares automatically now too. So
Okay.
and go ahead
All
and when you get to there, give me a stealth check as well, please.
Okay. And stealth. 11.
As you get closer, you're moving fine, and then you step on a twig, and you see one of the creatures to the south that Luthria hadn't noticed before stick its snout up and sniff the air, and then you hear it go, and you see all the other creatures turn and look in that direction towards you.
Yeah, and I think to Cirrus, we've been made.
Cirrus, your turn.
All right. I will establish the psychic connection and move. Whoops.
Do you have to dial like a
stealthily down.
1-900 number to do that?
Call me now.
But I don't see anyone close by. Can I look? I want to look to the south to see if
Okay.
So
Let
I can
me
detect the
zoom out.
creatures that were making noise. No, I have it on my. Thanks, mate.
Oh,
It
okay.
just
You can see it on your own roll 20 as well, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
is
okay.
it these two that are
Yep.
kind of separate to the south? Okay.
They had 2 scouts out there down to the
Right.
south. So
Oh, I finally see them. They were camouflaged.
it's
They were better at
Well,
stealth than we are.
and Bjorn
dim
made
light.
noise, so I don't really want to be beside Bjorn.
Yeah.
But
Well, we
I
can
will
use them as
stay
a
in the
distraction.
cover. I will stay in the cover of this tree and just move to the south and hold my action in case anyone comes within melee. I will strike.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check. You should be fine, but let's just check.
Oh my god. Why is it that the
Yeah, he's gonna
paladin
roll
is
the
doing a
psychic
better
dice.
job at stealth than the rogue? That should not happen.
No.
There are no
No.
critical fails anymore.
Oh, that's
No.
good.
There are no
Yeah.
critical fails
No.
on stealth on skill checks now.
Laughing and giggling and even tripping over a rock, Sears
Hey.
still manages to be more stealthy than Bjorn and not get detected as he moves closer.
Yeah.
closer.
Yes. It literally incapable of not doing worse than Bjorn.
Jeff, can you see where I'm? The red
Yeah.
circle is cooking. Mr.
Yes,
Simeon is in this tree right here. So
Okay, doke. Still keep an eye out for me.
So let's see here. The one that had been that you identified as a potential leader points in various different directions and then stops and points at Bjorn's direction and begins uttering a series of harsh guttural commands in the strange yipping, snarling language that these creatures are using, and then mutters to itself and holds its hand strangely up as to its ear and says in a completely different language something else.
Is it abyssal by any chance?
Go ahead and give me a person because you're very far away. I want to see if you can hear.
We determined last week that they were not speaking abyssal.
Oh, that's right.
Mr. Simeon is right there. Mr. Simeon is there though, so it is abyssal that he's speaking.
Also,
Okay,
the second language was abyssal.
Can I take my bonus action to hide?
Sure.
They're moving.
All right,
Yes.
you said perception. Is that my perception or Mr. Simeon's perception?
Mr. Simeon's perception, please.
All right. Does he have a sheet?
28
Not-
stealth. Shit.
Sirius is hidden.
That's fine.
Hang on a second. I can. tell you
Sirius
what
is
it
so hidden he can't see himself.
All right, let's see. Mr. Simeon.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Mr. Simeon's perception was.
He has a +4 on perception. So
Yeah, so give me a-
+4.
Yeah. Just give me a roll a d20 and we'll add 4 to
Yeah.
it manually. So. Okay. Mr. Simeon, he can communicate telepathically with you, correct?
He can.
He's like, Master, I hear them saying in the infernal language, they're telling somebody that the doves have been spotted.
Oh my God, my familiar is Igor. It fits. It fits. It so fits.
Yes, master.
I dig it.
Oh, that is good. That is good, Mr. Simeon. Keep eyes and ears open for me.
And with
And
that,
I'm going to inform those around me. It's like, it seems that the large hairy fellow is a bit clumsy. He has been spotted. He has alerted the presence of our party.
you should note, though, that he specifically used, strangely enough, the term doves. The doves have been spotted.
That is fascinating. He said that the doves had been spotted. I assume that is particular to us for some reason.
And with that, it is whodunit's turn.
I'm
All
not so
right.
sure, but we'll work it out later.
All right, since Mr. Simeon has spied on these creatures for me earlier, I know precisely what they look like. So I will first invoke my invocation Mask of Many Faces to take on the appearance of an old.
Cool.
This allows me to cast Disguise Self at will.
Cool.
Yep.
And I will move my 35 feet into a... Yeah, that's a good position right there. Can I shift the thing, or do I have to just move?
You could just move. Here, I'll move you.
I was wondering if I could use the whoa, what happened? Where'd I go? I was wondering if I could use the ruler to move myself.
No, yeah, you have to move yourself manually.
Okay. Yeah, I will move from there, and I will go ahead and send Mr. Hiss. He will uncoil from around my neck.
Coils of the serpent unwind.
Okay, that doesn't look like Mr. Hiss.
Mr. Hiss, why are you looking like that?
Maybe he also has Mask of Many Faces.
That's weird. Anyhow, I will send him over here to back up Bjorn, and he will be roughly in the treetops, so flying a number of feet out of physical danger. But he'll be backing up Bjorn since he's the one who has been alerted. They've been alerted to his presence.
Why, thank you.
No, you're quite welcome. And that's
For some reason, it deleted Mr. Hiss token. Hold on.
weird. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to drag some of the other tokens on just to see. Okay, Mr. Bang works.
Mr. Hiss has been re-updated. Let's see if I can.
How do I clear a token off?
I'll just delete it. I'll drag him back on. Don't worry. I got it. Boom. There's Mr. Hiss.
I mean, like, how do I drag Mr. Bang off?
I'll delete that too.
Okay, I pulled him on there just to see if all the tokens were jinxed or not.
All right.
All right, so got Mr. Hiss on there. All right. Yeah, yeah, I won't summon Mr. Bang just yet because I think that takes an action. So I am good for the moment.
So then it is Boja's turn.
After hearing what Whodunit said, she will walk forward and she will say, well, they called us thugs, obviously, because we are the blessed of Saren Ray.
That is an
I will
interesting
move-
interpretation.
That is very charitable of you, my dear.
Is she going to start converting children
Yeah.
to her Claire faith?
And she's not going to be teaching.
I am the blessed of Illustrae, but I appreciate the sentiment.
And she will move here to back up Bjorn as well.
Hey, Pops.
Cool.
And that's all I can do at the moment.
As you do that and you all move into position, the creatures, well, now you guys have identified them as moles, it took a moment to get organized. They all drop to the ground almost in unison, throw their head back, howl and yip, and surge forward. There's a blood-curdling, just absolutely disturbing shriek, and their jowls slavering, spit coming out of their mouths as they surge forward towards you.
Weird.
Lovely.
All right, they are going to do all that.
Where's the issue? Okay. Yeah. Whose turn is it?
It is going to go back to the top to Luthria's turn in just a moment.
Okay, yeah. I figured you were doing something. I just wasn't sure what.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like my tracker disappeared off my screen for some reason.
Yeah, I don't see the initiative tracker either. So
There we
Is
go.
it back? Sorry about
Yeah.
yeah, I see it.
that. So I moved all the creatures, and they are surging towards you. And Mr. Simeon is still hidden up in his tree. They haven't noticed him yet. And with that, we are back to the top of the turn with the Lutia. So
Okay.
hearing these creatures, and when they get within range of their own dark vision, all of them howl, spotting most of you except Cirrus. None of them have been able to spot Cirrus yet, as far as he can tell.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
can
it looks like the ones below me are at least in my range, firing range now. And actually, they really should have been up for my hold action because I specified in range. So
Okay, go ahead.
so
Take
I'm gonna take my previous action at the one below me.
Okay.
And yeah, the one that is to the left. They see me anyway. There's no point in worrying about it. Okay.
Now, Nim, if you don't mind my asking, do they see me? Because my intention was to kind of like hide up against this tree here.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
give me a check to hide
Stealth
then.
roll.
Yeah, stealth roll.
It was like looking like a.
What's going on?
Ouch.
Oh, geez, that's terrible.
No.
I don't know what's going on with my sheet. Hold on a second. No, it's not loading. Okay, let me reload.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it
so
does
they-
this
they see
sometimes. Like, I've kind of noticed that sometimes, like when my screen goes dark, it does this weird stuff. Oh, continue, please. Let me see. Okay, hold
So great. They see this odd knoll hanging out back here now.
on. Close.
That didn't work.
All right, let me. Oh, I see. Okay, now I'm okay. So, all right. Oh. All right, now we got it.
Cool.
So, 3 things I'm gonna do. Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast dose, and that's okay. And that was my previous held action. Do either of those hit?
What did you roll again?
14 and 19.
Let me look real quick.
I mean, I'm guessing at least the 19 probably hit.
19 does hit.
Okay. So the 14 did not. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, fair. Oh, what was that?
You rolled damage.
What you touching?
Yeah. I guess we'll go with the first one. So that's 8.
8. Okay.
Why did
Yeah.
you do that 3 times?
I don't know. I guess I must have hit it 3 times by accident.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't mean to do that. Okay, so that was my previous held action. And then we're going to do it again for my regular action. All right, that did not hit.
All right, what's going on here?
That did not hit. Wow, that's weird. Okay, so I only hit once. And then for my bonus actions, I'm going to summon something from my bag of tricks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see what we end up with. Is that the rat again?
What did you roll? 2?
Yes.
It is the rat.
Okay.
Again.
Okay, Basil. I will put Basil to my left.
Hey, man. Bjorn says rat bone is metal.
Yeah.
Basil Ratbone comes in again.
Let's not forget Rat from the 80s.
hmm
So hold on, I'm trying to.
Yes,
It's
but I mean,
freezing
he
up.
ate
Everything's
his way
freezing up
into
on
a
me,
guy's
too.
eyeball.
Yeah, he did.
You get instant metal points for me for that.
Instant
Yeah.
metal points.
So
You ate your way through somebody's eyeball, I'll give you metal points.
that was your turn and your reaction, correct?
And my bonus, yeah.
Yeah. So on your reaction, you hastily fired off an Eldritch Blast, and it struck the creature, but its thick, leathery hide and fur actually absorbed your Eldritch Blast, and it shrugged off the attack without much of a problem. However, your second attack was much more effective, and you actually singed its fur, and I managed to take a large chunk out of one of its legs, and it yelped in frustration and anger, and also pain.
Mm. All right. Yeah.
Go ahead. What were we gonna say?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not moving, so.
All right, Bjorn, we're up to you.
All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm one fucking away.
I'm just going to remind you all that we are doing the flanking rules. So,
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure what I guess I'm going to throw a javelin at it. I want to at least attack it with something. If I dash to get next to it, I can't attack it again.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going with javelin.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you also have a bow.
Oh, that's true. And they got the +1 arrows too.
Yes, you do.
The
But haven't
bow is
we
a better
established-
idea.
Yes, run up, shoot the bow.
13.
That is a miss.
Okay.
So you draw back your arrow and fire again. But once again, these creatures' hide is very, very thick. And even though you have magical arrows, it bounces off and just falls harmlessly to the ground.
Well,
All
you
right.
do have a bonus action, Bjorn.
Well, doesn't he-
I'm
doesn't
going
he
to
have
take
2
my
attacks,
second
though?
attack.
Yeah.
He has an extra
I'm
action. that's
doing
fine.
it right now. Taking
Yep.
my extra attack. All right,
Oh,
19.
Much better.
That sounds like it hits.
This time you take your time and look for creases in the creature skin as it moves, and your arrow finds its mark. Go ahead and roll for damage. Is this the one that was already damaged that you're attacking?
I'm just attacking the one directly below me.
Yep, that's the one that was already damaged.
Okay.
Sounds
Yes, and I'm gonna stick this bow right in his creases, apparently.
Great.
And 9 piercing points.
Your arrow finds pretty good damage, and a large gout of blood hits it, and the creature stumbles, falling to one knee before getting back up. It's bleeding profusely from its legs and arms now, and it looks like it's on its last legs.
Oh, if I had but one more attack, you would have no more legs.
Cirrus,
Well, Cirrus can finish him off.
you are up, Cirrus.
I am attacking from hiding, so I will take my advantage on him.
Okay.
Same
Everybody
one
who
that Bjorn was just attacking.
21.
That is a hit.
I swear if I rolled double ones on another advantage roll.
Mhm.
10.
Not this time. I think he's dead.
Oh shit, 17.
17.
Cirrus chucks a psychic dagger at the creature, and as it stumbled, it had gotten back up and kind of was like not moving very quickly. And Cirrus's psychic dagger takes it in the side and goes clean through, and the creature falls to the ground. The wound smoking with purple smoke before it goes out, and the creature bites the dust literally. So,
Is there anything coming out like spurting or guts or anything?
no,
No,
actually,
psychic
Cirrus cauterized it.
daggers have no visible impact.
Yes.
No. Well,
They
They
could-
just-
congratulations on the kill, but I
They
Yeah,
just
not as gory.
disappear and people die.
shorten
Yeah.
out his
Wow.
neurological system.
We have one less null. That's good for me.
Yep. I just
Which no,
like
though.
the more metal
And then
kills. That's all I'm
I will actually take my bonus action to hide again.
Okay.
Haha.
Go ahead and
Love
give
it.
me a roll.
Well, look at it this way,
Whoops.
Bjorn. It looks like to the other gnolls, it's got to look like this guy just kind of
It
dies
wasn't
of
meant to have
fright.
advantage. Do you want me to re-roll it?
No, that's cool. We'll add. What was it? No, you're good. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. The larger creature, the larger gnoll, runs forward, slobbering, yelling angrily, and it draws out its own bow and levels it at Bjorn.
Mhm.
What is your AC? And hold on.
My
gonna roll
AC is 18.
I'm gonna roll both those over again because it was rolling with advantage for some reason, which I don't want it to do.
Just always take the lower roll.
Yes, whenever you're attacking us, always take the lower roll. I like that.
Like, what's that 1/9 level spell that does like foresight? You always have advantage. Everybody else always has disadvantage on you.
Nice.
Killer spell.
You're 19?
I think I said 18. Let me check again.
18.
18.
I think you
Yes.
said 18.
Yep.
Okay. One of the arrows misses over your head and embeds into the tree. The second arrow finds a niche in your armor and strikes you, not doing a whole lot of damage, but drawing some blood. And it throws back its head and howls in happiness as the first sign of blood from its quarry is seen.
You have always
Yeah.
sealed your fate.
Who done it?
Well, yeah, our first blood killed you. Your first blood just like scratched Bjorn a little bit.
Speaking of which, how many points do I take?
You took 5. I changed it for you already.
Okay.
I'm still at 84 on my hit points, so it wasn't changed.
Oh, I changed it on your bar, on your token.
Oh, okay. So I'm at
All right,
79 then on the bar.
Yep, you're on
Okay.
79. Yep.
All
Let us-
that for a
Let us
drop
get a
of
little
blood.
creative here. All right. First thing I want is I'm going to tell Mr. Simeon. I think it might require a dash with its 40-foot fly speed. I'm going to have him fly down invisibly to Bjorn. And he's going to tell Bjorn that he's about to see everything get smoky around him, but don't be distressed. This is an illusion. And because you know it's an illusion, you'll be able to see through it.
Oh, okay.
So, cool. Whodunit himself will creep. Let's see, I want to stay in some sort of cover. Let's say right about here. So I'll creep ahead like 20 feet or so. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit closer because I got 35. All right, so basically around Bjorn, I need a 15-foot cube as I use another invocation, which allows me to cast this spell at will, and it's a concentration spell. I will be casting Misty Visions, which is silent image, and looks like this magical cloud of smoke appears. This shifting, changing, big pall of magician smoke in a box around Bjorn. So, like, Bjorn's been made aware that he can see through this. So, this will give you advantage to attack anybody coming into your space, and disadvantage on anybody trying to attack you.
So is it
Great. I
stay?
don't have to use my reckless attack then.
Does it
As-
stay in that spot, or does it?
I can move it within the range of the spell, which is another reason I got close. It's got a 60-foot range, so if need be, I can change the illusion. I can move the illusion. It can be a visual item, creature, effect, but it produces no sound. So that's why I choose smoke as well.
Okay. Hold on, let me do this again.
So that will basically hide me where I'm at from these guys coming over here, and it gives Bjorn a nice advantage and disadvantage if he wants to keep using his bow, or if somebody gets in his face and he needs to whack him with that sword.
Hey, not having to use my reckless attack helps out a lot.
You're
They
gonna
don't
find you're gonna find like I am so good for the party. On top of that, Mr. Hiss is going to come along and help out, and he will. Why aren't you moving, Mr. Hiss? Okay, I got the
He doesn't like you.
select move.
He might be being controlled by you. Let me.
I think since you changed him, he like
Yeah. Where do you want him to move?
move him right about, let's say between me and Bjorn. We'll still say he's
Right there.
yeah, that's good. I'm going to keep him about 10 feet in the air. That should keep him out of the reach of anybody. If they happen upon him anyway. Other than people with bows, but right now they can't see him anyway. They have to consciously try and realize this is an illusion, but smoke's pretty hard to disprove.
Mm-hmm.
And he will go ahead and fire off at this guy over here, the one closest to Bjorn.
Okay. Is this
And
where your smoke is, by the way? The green box?
Yes, Bjorn should be right in the center of it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, he fires.
23.
Nice.
Oh, score, direct hit. And he will hit that guy, and he will push him back 5 feet.
And how much damage do you do?
5 points of
5
damage, it looks like.
So it strikes. Mr. Hiss unslithers from around Whodunit's neck and coils up, its hood flaring out. And once again, the force bolt comes flying out of its mouth and strikes the knoll straight in its chest and forces it back 5 feet. It kind of goes like that in surprise and looks around and is surprised to see this mechanical snake in front of it.
He's like circling you overhead, man. He's like just dropping bombs on the enemy.
Yeah.
He's also surprised to see another knoll standing on the other side of Mr. Hiss.
And just like, don't worry, it's me. It's cool.
Boja, you are up.
Okay. So she will take her movement to go there, and she would like to cast. Look at the group of the enemies and say, "May the wrath of the goddess visit you," and she will cast Fireball in the center of the group.
Oh, light
Brutal.
cleric.
Yeah, baby.
Yes.
Go ahead and
Awesome.
show me exactly, like kind of just click on the map. So it should draw a square or a circle where you want to
So,
fireball.
Aim for the center. Get them all.
yeah.
So
Can
like
you see where I'm?
right
Yep.
here?
Correct.
Yes.
Right
And
there.
that is, what is the radius on that?
It's
again?
20-foot radius, so that's a 40-foot
Yep.
square. Boom.
All right, so let me draw this here real quick.
This
So
is the moment you dream about if you have Fireball.
So we know what we're talking about here.
Yep.
So it should be like
Boom shakalaka.
That's right.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
And a
4.
wisha.
Yeah, this.
No, I told you I have a innovation. Hija.
Oops. Oh, go away.
That's a little big.
20-foot radius, right?
Correct.
Oh wow, that is huge. It's so much more massive when you
Yep.
actually see it.
Crispy critters.
Oh, you're gonna get like all of them. Oh,
Badass.
yes.
Burn them.
Come on. Work with me here.
And this is the advantage of a level 6 cleric.
Burn the puppies.
So it should be all these guys right here.
Oh,
And this guy on the top here is getting his butt hair singed or something.
Yeah. So okay,
That's 8d6, Jen.
I'm gonna need a bunch of reflex saves for half.
Yeah.
So
Oh, look at you, all Pathfinder over there with your reflex saves.
yeah, well,
Nah, you could just fail all of those.
I could try and make the reflex saves. It doesn't mean I'm going to make them. So 1, 2,
Jeff,
3,
can you click
4, 5.
fireball for me?
Oh, sure thing. All right, Booja spells. And let's see.
That-
Other
Good eater.
All right, where is it on your sheet here?
what was the
Jesus.
There we go.
Oh,
Uh,
Jesus Christ.
It looks like somebody already rolled.
I was rolling my.
that was he was doing his
Oh, those were
DC
the saves.
saving thing, right?
Yeah.
What
I
was the
clicked-
DC?
I don't know why it rolled twice though. I'm gonna take the top one.
I was about to
So-
say I clicked Fireball, but I don't see it rolled anything. Do I need to do something from her sheet?
Yeah, you need to go on her sheet. I will do it in just a second if you can't do it. So,
I mean, if not, she can always just roll the 8d6 from the dice
Yeah.
tray.
Yeah, if you want to roll the 8d6, Jen, or I could roll.
Oh,
it.
I see. It's one medium. Put the value. Yeah, level 3.
Yeah.
Oof.
DC 17.
That works.
37.
Yes.
Jesus. Okay, so 19 is half. What is the DC save on Boja?
17. from the looks
17.
of it.
Mhm. Yep. That's what I'm
17. So 1, 2 saved. So
Everybody else is immolated.
Oh.
bam. 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 Bam.
Thank you, man.
Oh, wow.
Bam. Bam. This one behind these two
Well
behind the
played.
tree barely survived. But yeah, they're not looking good. They are beyond singed. They are smoking. And meanwhile, suddenly this guy's mini army is gone. He's like, oh.
Bjorn hears the Knoll say like
You and what army? The one we burned alive?
with this cleric, we do not need wizard, I think.
So Boja comes forward and she trumpets in glory to her god as this fireball comes streaking out and just destroys everything in its path.
Yeah, baby.
Knowles falling to the ground, smoking. The acrid stench of burnt hair is everywhere. But
Jordan
most
likes
of
the stench of death.
most of the gnolls are dead and dying, and the ones that aren't within the blast are very much barely able to move at this point. The gnoll leader looks around and looks back to the creatures he's preparing to lead, his troops, and sees that most of them are dead, and now is visibly disturbed.
And now shall come the lamentations of the women.
I think perhaps he should be running now.
All right.
It is the Knowles'
Oh.
turn. For some reason, they got taken off the turn order, but yeah. This one decides the hell with that and takes off this direction, off the map. It squirts the musk of fear and disappears off the map. These two are not able to run. They're actually crippled. So they are kind of just standing there looking pathetic. The Lord angrily charges in at Boja, yibbering and yabbering to itself, determined to take vengeance for his fallen companions.
Is he gibbering in Infernal?
He speaks Abyssal.
Yes, he's speaking infernal.
Okay.
If he's
Wait, is it
speaking Infernal,
or
I'm like,
Abyssal?
Hmm?
I thought we said Abyssal.
I just said that was the descriptor I used, but it's infernal.
Oh,
So-
okay.
if he says if he is doing this in Infernal, I'm like, you dare to attack the goddess who just showed you her power back to him in Infernal.
Okay. If you do, if you understand Infernal, you hear him saying, he's like, I will rip out your guts and eat them and offer them to the great god Yehulk. And then, once that is done, I will find the children of all of your relatives and eat them as well.
I will eat
I
your
look at him
children.
and I look. Yeah, I look at him and I look at his fallen companions. I'm like, my goddess has met and blessed yours first with fire.
Yeah, and he's gonna
Blessings
get
of
my goddess
fire.
in a minute.
All right. I don't know how to stop this. From...
How's that for metal, Bjorn?
Blessed by fire.
Give me just a second. I want to stop this from rolling advantage all the time.
Okay.
Advantage toggle. That's what I want. Cool. Cool. All right. Why did it's going to make me angry.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
That's right.
Give me one more second. I really want to get this taken care of.
Why is it doing it now? I didn't do it last week. Of course, we didn't really get into combat last week.
Okay, it did it right this time. Okay,
Right.
so it attacked with its. It comes charging forward. As it does, it reaches behind and pulls out a huge 12-foot long glaive that it brandishes menacingly. It swings at you, but with incredible amount of dexterity for a large creature or a cleric who is not trained as a martial fighter. You duck under the glaive. As you do so, it reaches out to bite you, promising to eat your entrails as well.
Damn.
He's pretty metal too.
Bad dog.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Bites.
Yeah. Just wait till my turn. I'm about to put him in the doghouse.
And I think that is
Yeah.
going to be
Actually, yeah. Actually, I might be able to get him first.
he was able to, as you ducked under the glaive, you went right into the range of that bite. But as he bites you, your armor holds, and one of his teeth chips on your armor and doesn't get through.
Mm.
Her armor being her thick hide.
Yeah, that'll be a huge dentist bill.
Alutria.
All right. I think I should be able to get right next to him. So like right here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to go and hit him with my pack weapon.
Which way did you come from? Because he has a reach weapon right now, so that would provoke an attack.
Okay. I was actually going to go right next to Boja, and then that way.
So he is going to get an attack opportunity on you.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Crap. Well, might have to hit the rat as well. But that's okay.
well, you only get one attack opportunity. So
Oh, okay. So he's not going to be able to hit the rat. Okay.
but he hits you, but your armor holds up as well. The glaive scrapes off your armor, sending sparks everywhere, but it does barely graze your skin, doing 4 points of damage. Wow,
Yeah,
these guys,
fine.
they've done so much damage. They've done a grand total of 9 points of damage. The whole party.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's just gonna hurt so bad. I can't recover from that.
Meanwhile, you guys
All
have
right.
got a barbecue pit set up somewhere in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Here.
All right. Yeah. Saren Ray has done much damage, but Illustrate will finish you off. Face on his flesh, Silver Song. And with that, I'm going to hit with Booming Blade and Pack Weapon.
Well, you can't. Okay,
That's 20.
20, baby.
that's a hit.
Yeah, right. And
Oh,
that's
Oh,
20.
yeah.
And okay. How does he look so far?
That did a significant amount of damage to him. I mean, you went right through his hide and did
Okay.
a very deep wound. Blood is spurting out
Oh.
of his side.
And that's not the only amount of damage that I'm going to do. I am going to do a second level smite.
Ooh.
So that'll be 3d8.
Oh.
Damn.
Mm.
And
And
the rat goes right
Oh.
next between me and Boja,
Yep.
and he's going to strike at him with advantage. Attack tactics.
The rat can't get there on its turn. That's
He's got the same speed as I do.
right, but he was to the left of you, so
Oh, okay. No, I'm right to the next to me.
Yeah,
It's like
you're right.
yeah, it's right there.
there you go. Yep. You're
Yeah, he can hit him.
Adjacent square.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't attack him with that. Let me see what it's. How do I hit him? Or do you want to do it?
good. I can do it.
Okay, you can do it.
D20 plus 4 to hit.
Let me do some damage to something.
Yep.
Giant rat.
Oh wow!
He misses.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got to do.
Nim,
On
you
these
shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. I got to
Let me
take
do some
these.
damage. Nope.
I got to take these. Finish these tokens so they don't do advantage on the monsters too. But I can get that. Bjorn, your turn.
Now you want to finish him off, Bjorn?
Oh yeah.
And Bjorn, like you can get in this square and still be in the smoke and have advantage on the attack
Okay.
because that's an adjacent square.
We'll go right here.
Yeah.
And
Boom
you know, I don't
shakalaka.
have to. That's right. And I don't have to reckless attack.
Not unless you want to.
No, I don't have to. I
He's
get
already got
advantage
advantage
anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. He doesn't need
because
for
my
that.
illusion.
Right.
Whatcha?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, those are
28.
his. Yep.
Yeah.
This guy's not going to last long.
11.
The
That's just
creature
trick number 1.
holds its glaive up and shouts at you defiantly, and Bjorn takes his axe and takes its head, the head flying 5 feet backwards as it slumps to the ground.
Yeah, baby. All right. Well, I'm going to use this, use the momentum of that to attack this next guy.
Don't forget to roll your temp hit points too.
Yep.
That's not your next guy. That's the rat. You could attack the rat if you want.
Oh, I thought that,
Please don't hit my rat. Basil.
sorry.
Basil is trying his best.
I guess I'm going to have to move over here to get the other
Yeah, we
guys.
got the crispy critters over there in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's no honor in killing crispy critters.
Nah.
They're wounded.
It'd be a
If there is
mercy
mercy.
killing, I suppose.
Well, we can give him a chance to surrender. If they don't take it, then we kill him.
Okay.
Oh, if you would.
I mean, I'm hoping killing the alpha will demoralize them enough to surrender.
Like I'm gonna call it like if the combat's initially over, it all depends on you. If like you guys want to kill them or something.
Well,
I've got something I would like to do to them otherwise.
We could get some information out of him too, so it would be worthwhile to keep at least one alive.
Oh,
You
trust
get
me.
one.
Trust me. I'm not planning on killing them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
What's
to take Eluthria's suggestion, and I'm going to give them a chance to give up before I kill them.
Okay. What's your movement? 40 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good. So you get to there. So these creatures, they're looking really pitiful. They're kind of on the ground, and their tails are between their legs. They've actually urinated on themselves. The musk of fear is strong right now. So, Cirrus, your turn.
Did they give up? Because if they didn't give up, I'm going to kill them.
It's not their turn yet, so you don't know. We're still in combat turns.
Well, but it's my turn. I need to know if they're going to give up before I attack.
You could hold your action and say if they do anything aggressive, you hit them.
Okay, that works. I can do that.
Be right back.
Okay. Cirrus, you're up.
Jeez. Did anyone say anything out loud about this surrender stuff
I'm offering them that
in
chance.
the battle?
Yep.
Yeah. Jen, your camera's still on.
El- Eleuthria just mentioned that, and that's why I came up with the idea. So
But what
I mean,
did
it
you
was
say as
spoken
you
out loud
approached them? All
that
right.
they have the choice. They can
Cirrus will
either
hold
give up.
Surrender or die. That's it. You know.
Cirrus will hold his action. If they do anything aggressive towards Bjorn, he will attack.
Okay. Who done it?
All right, this is going to be grand. I will drop the Mask of Many Faces as I approach.
So that's 4 temporary hit points.
Okay.
But I want them to see me walk through the smoke, and with a gesture, the smoke behind me will coalesce into, well, since we just saw one in the pregame, a 15-foot tall, 2-headed giant wielding 2 spiked clubs with like giant spikes driven through them. And so like my illusion now looks like a very hideous giant. So, my friends, are you prepared to surrender and perhaps negotiate, or shall my friend here eat you? Yes. You're hungry, my baby? Yes, he looks hungry.
The Musketeer seems to smell even stronger at this point, and they're sitting there chittering and chattering amongst themselves. Boja.
Who has stepped away for a moment.
Okay.
AFK.
Well, I'm sure the good cleric isn't going to just kill them, probably. So
No,
That would be.
she
that would be
likely
reasonable.
had to run to the bathroom because she's female and has a tiny bladder.
So
That's what it is. It's because she's a woman. She has a tiny bladder.
the Knoll, both of the Knolls drop their weapons on the ground and begin sniffing the ground and rolling over in their own feces and urine and pretending to and trying to look as pitiful as possible as they yabber amongst yourselves.
Very wise decision.
Dude, surrender with some dignity. Man.
So we will go out of
These people follow whoever's the strongest, and right now it's us.
Yeah. So they're off. We're off initiative now, and the Knolls are groveling on the ground. Literally, they are rubbing their feces and urine all over themselves and just looking pathetic. Both of them,
Seriously,
as you get
no,
closer,
stop that.
I begin to agree with you. This is a very disgusting display. There is surrender, and then there's this.
as you speak to them, Cirrus, they don't seem to be able to understand everything you're saying. They're just yipping and yapping away in whatever language they are using, but they look really pathetic. All of their fur has been burnt off. Their skin is hanging off in various places. They look in really bad shape.
I think maybe who should be doing the negotiations since he actually can speak Abyssal.
It turns out that Boja is the one who can speak Infernal.
Or Boja, whoever can speak their language.
Yes, Boja, it seems that they do not speak the common tongue, so it will be upon you to negotiate the terms of surrender and interrogation and, all that sort of thing.
Or we can kill them.
Well, if they do anything stupid, then we will.
While we wait
But
for
for now, we
Boja,
don't.
for Jen, Boja goes up and begins speaking to them in Infernal. But then once again, they chitter and chatter amongst themselves like they don't understand.
Oh, man.
Okay, quick catch up. What happened when I went away?
So once it was the Knolls' turn, they squirted the Musketeer and they surrendered rather pitifully. They defecated all over themselves, their tails between their legs. They're rolling around in their own feces and urine, trying to look pathetic. They're in really bad shape. You thought that you might communicate to them in Infernal to try and get information out of them, but it seems that these two creatures who were subordinates don't understand Infernal as well. All they could do is speak to each other in this yipping language of theirs.
Yeah. And I don't have comprehend languages.
So apparently they only speak the Baraki language.
Okay. Cirrus will break his current psychic whisper and establish one with these two idiots. As long as they speak a language, we can communicate with each other.
Okay.
So the first thing he's going to say psychically is, "Stop rolling around in your own shit."
We show you we mean no damage. We are low. We are lower than the dung. We are lower. We are lower
We
than
got
the
it.
dung. Please don't
We
eat us.
got
Please
it.
don't eat us.
Okay.
We got it. You surrender. Now, like, just sit there. Please stop rolling in your own filth. We got it.
Okay.
Yes, 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 great pack lord. Yes, great pack lord. Please, please don't make the big thing eat us.
Meanwhile, the big illusion is
Okay.
licking its lips.
And Sirius will tell the others. They think that either the big illusory giant or Bjorn is going to eat them. I'm not sure which,
They are cooked.
but they're surrendering.
Okay. We need to find out why they were here.
If you like, I can
Um,
make this disappear. Perhaps ease them a bit.
Do you speak any languages other than whatever that was? To the gnolls.
We speak the language of our people. That is all. Please, please, we are sorry. We are sorry.
Well, let's at
Okay,
least get what
calm
we can
down.
from them psychically.
Calm down.
Do you dismiss the illusion? Who done it?
Sirius didn't say one way or the other.
Yeah.
guess I'll-
Who done it? You can dismiss the illusion. We don't need it attracting any other attention, just in case.
All right. And
They're
just
they're
for
no
the
threat.
just for pure showmanship, I'm going to pull off my hat, and I'm going to have the illusion lean down, and I'm going to impossibly cram this 15-foot giant into my hat, doffing it once again.
So you do that. The two creatures look at each other and then look questioningly. Their eyes kind of open like puppy dogs, and then they go.
I take a bow. I take a big bow.
Yeah.
Now you see, this is the sort of crowd I'm looking forward to. Maybe we should
Okay,
meet them.
okay.
We're trying to
Pups,
interrogate them, not entertain them.
What are your names?
Is what
I
I do.
am Uchiha. This is my pack mate, my life mate, Rata.
Uchiha and Rata. Got it. Okay.
So you know the fire
Um,
jitsu.
So, what did your chief or whatever mean
Your
when he
alpha.
said the doves had been sighted?
We the doves. We did not hear him say doves. We speak in the weird language that him and his father speak with the lady.
With what lady?
The lady from our lair, from our pack lair, where the two the Yita and his son Yito brought us because they served the lady there. The lady in the dark clothes, the lady with the mean dagger that weeps the green blood.
What describe this? I'll tell the others that there's someone that they're reporting to that's not a gnoll that they're speaking the infernal with. That dude, and I'll point to the dead leader. And did you say that was his father?
This is the son Yito. His father is Yita.
And tell
Yita
me
stayed
about
back at the lair.
Tell me about the dark lady.
I never speak to the dark lady. I've seen her once, but she wears a dark. What do you call it? He points at who done it and the cape, and he's like, "It's black like that, but it comes up over her head. Her fur comes up over. Her fur comes up over her head, and she wears what smells like cow on her body, like a cow is around her body, and she has a dagger that weeps green blood."
Is she a gnoll?
No, she's a.
What is she?
She points at. He points at Bjorn. He's like, "It's like this one, but
Human?
Yes, female, but not like that one."
Got it.
You relaying
How
any of
long?
this, Cirrus?
I'm just relaying it, unless you guys want me to
In that case,
actively. Hi,
I'll use
I'm just
disguise
relaying on the
self.
information.
If you're like sharing this as it's going on, I'll use disguise self to take on the appearance of a human female in dark robes with a hood pulled way over,
And
since I don't know what her face looks
leather
like,
armor with a dark cloak.
and a dagger that's weeping like this green ichor.
They both start shaking their head, and then at one point, and it tries to say something. It's like D, and it's trying to speak in common. It's like Dientoya.
Dientoya, is that the name?
Yes, but not like that. And it's trying to say it, but it's obvious that its mouth can't make the noises. It's Jiki Dientoya.
Jackie Daytona?
No way!
Well, he is treacherous.
And then the one creature points at whodunit and goes and shakes its finger like this and goes and holds its hands out farther away from its chest.
Bigger boobs, who done it?
Okay, let's do some bigger boobs.
So, how long has this human woman been working with Ito's father?
It doesn't really understand the question. It kind of looks at it and goes, 2 moons.
2 moons. Have you been looking for us? He seemed to recognize us.
It shakes its head. No. We attack. We eat well. We eat crabs. We eat human. We eat dwarves. We eat people with horses and carts that go along with that bring food for us to raid and eat.
Where have you been raiding?
Sounds like along trade routes.
He looks at the sun and points to the north.
They've been raiding to the north.
That would take us along the trail that we've been following.
We come
like
he thinks for a second. He goes, Ditonia, lead us here with Yita. But Ditonia leave and go yesterday evening and go back north. We stay here to get crab to eat.
Okay.
Ditonia left last night. She go into big human city.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll seriously tell the others. I think, and you said back to the Knolls, you said she had a cloak with a hood that pulled up over her head. Did it create any magic effects? Like, was she hard to see when she did that?
She turned into great goddess of the sea that we hear about, who has mist of gray around her.
Yeah, Sirius will tell the others. The human woman had the dark cloak, and when she pulled it up, she was surrounded by mists.
I'm going to use the silent image once again. I'll make a gesture, and I'll gesture around myself, and I'll create a swirl of mist. Let's say go waist high, and kind of filters up. See if that gives them the right idea.
It nods, but it raises its head. Bigger.
I'll go 15 feet out with it. That's as far as I can go.
Bigger.
Jeez. Unfortunately, that is all I have in my repertoire.
Umberlee,
goddess of the sea.
Yeah.
And this human, Sirius will tell the others, and this human woman apparently had a dagger weeping green that would be very good at killing, say, dwarven nobles.
Likely some sort of envenom dagger, eh?
Yeah.
Probably.
Seems we have a trail to follow.
And if she had the ability to cloak herself in movement, that would explain her getting away in the alley.
Now, now that you mention it, there is something I neglected to tell you in our flight as we were separated and I was providing distraction. You know how you do that thing where you gather the darkness around you and your companions to make you all but invisible so you may escape.
Mm-hmm.
When I was looking into the mist when we found the body, I have some experience with strange and magical mists, and I sensed something strange about this mist, something arcane, but I could not put my finger on it until I saw you do your trick. Was the same trick. Someone can cloak themselves in silence and shadows as you do.
Hey, back to the nose. Hey, Uchiyo. What are your feelings towards Ito, the pack leader, this guy's father?
He is the strongest. He eat us if we don't follow him. So
Yeah, I'm
we're
thinking
we're afraid of him.
my friends and I might have some questions, so we might need you to take us back there.
He eat us if we take you back there, though. We show you. We show you. We show you. Don't eat us, please.
Back to the party. These two are willing to take us back to their lair. Chief Dude's father has apparently been the one primarily working with the human woman, and they're the ones speaking infernal. So if whatever they were up to, he might have more information. But
It does seem our trail leads that way. So yeah, I think we should probably do that.
Must be careful going north.
what's north? Why should we be careful?
Human City, and Dwarf, and Elf. He's trying to say that in the best he can. They city and they huts, not big city, but small city and farms that we raid, and they don't like no. They see us, they kill us. We
Well,
have
that's
to. We have
they
to
don't
sneak.
they don't like you because you raid their settlements and eat them.
How else Noel survive? Noel must make a living.
I make a living without raiding human and dwarven and elven cities, or even
Yes.
Knoll cities.
You fried Knolls and you eat Knolls later. You have giant white creature over there and make ball of fire that fry Knolls up for a cook. And you take our crap as well.
Now you sound like Burley.
Yes.
Burley should be feared and respected.
We eat crab and humans, and you eat Knoll and crab. It is the way of nature.
No, dude, I don't eat Knolls.
Well, you should. We're tasty.
They would know
You
they were eating their own dead.
You roll around in your own waste. It's not appetizing.
So the pigs.
It burns off.
Maybe in a land called Korea, it would be tasty.
I'm not here to kink shame Uchiyo. I just here's where we are. I believe that if you lead us back to how many others are back in your lair or whatever?
How many in the tribe?
We the female, she bring many different kinds of creatures there. But as for Knolls, most of my pack is here. I think only Yita and he holds up 3 fingers, and 5 other Knolls are back there.
Gotcha. And what other kinds of creatures are there?
I'm afraid of that creature with the 2 heads, because they're a big creature like that, but no 2 heads, just 1 head.
Oh, well, seriously, turn to the others. They seem to have some sort of giant
And then
back in there.
humans, the humans there, and
humans?
also yes, and then cowman with horns.
And they have a cowman with horns.
Minotaur.
Two cowman.
2. They have 2 of them.
They seem to
I-
be very well armed.
I want to eat.
I'm hell bent for leather.
I want to eat the cowman, but we don't try eat cowman because I think cowman kill us.
Hell bent.
Well, when we go back to your lair, if the cowman attacks us and we kill him, we can leave him for you to eat.
Oh, that sounds good.
If you
But
do
makes-
as we say from this point, we have no reason to kill or eat you. Do you understand?
They look at each other and they nod.
That means, yeah, that means you can survive this if you do what we say.
What we do without pack though? If you call them kill rest of pack, what we do?
I
Wait.
would suggest
Ucho.
going somewhere else and finding another one. I don't know Null Society.
Ucho be strongest then. Ucho, we have litter of pups, and then I be leader.
There you go.
Is serious. Suggestion, yes?
Yeah.
If
What's up?
these creatures persist in this area, they will still attack farmers and the caravans and such. Include in your negotiation no more preying upon humanoids. Tell them to stick to game. Is safest for them, yes?
That's a good idea, but let's be real. If these 2 try and start their own pack, they'll be dead within a 10-day. Uchiyo,
And plus, I think they've already learned a valuable lesson. I
will
don't
say
think they're going to
this.
be too eager to attack anybody anytime soon.
If you take us back to your lair, we're going to have questions for Ito, but I don't know if he'll survive them or not. However,
Ita very proud of his son.
Oh,
Well-
he'd be very angry.
maybe we'll take his son's head back and present it to him as a gift.
It lets out a little laugh that sounds more like a hyena.
If we do this, and if we free you from there, you need to go inland and stop attacking the humans and dwarves and elves. Stick to game. Like crabs and animals that you hunt. Do you understand?
I want to go back to forest.
Okay, go back to the forest and stop raiding the human and elf and dwarf and gnome settlements. We good?
Kind of thinks about it for a moment. Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that the priestess there, if you go back on your word and lie to me, I'm pretty sure she could find you.
We know eat dwarf, elf, gnome, or human.
All right, Sirius will turn to the others. We seem to have an accord. They're willing to take us back to their lair. They don't care if we kill their chief in questioning. Actually, they seem pretty excited about the idea. And they're
Cool.
willing to go from there to the forests where these 2 would like to have a family together. And they've agreed not to attack humans or elves or dwarves or gnomes.
I'm not so good with their biology, but are
Yeah.
not the both of them the males?
Yeah,
Well,
There
dude,
is a
their
risk,
life
but-
needs.
but-
I don't judge.
yeah. I think for
just-
now that's probably the best situation.
And
we
I
need
have
to find out
told
what's
them-
going on.
Sirius will tell everyone in common. I have told them that if they lie to us and go back on their word, that Boja can find them.
I will look at both of them and stare them down and nod my head.
I'm gonna pull a Mikey and say, "Yeah, we'll find you."
Hey, and Uchiyo and Rata, in
They-
addition to not eating the humans and elves and dwarves and gnomes, don't eat the creatures like my friends here either. You
Okay.
can hunt normal sized rabbits, but not the ones that walk around in fancy clothes and cast magic tricks.
Ucho have question.
Yeah.
White creature with giant genital on face not going to hurt us. Is she?
Bro, that's her trunk.
Trunk?
Nose. That's her nose.
That doesn't look like nose.
All right, don't judge.
Not judging.
She's not going to hurt you if you do what we've agreed and if you don't attack the humanoids after we're done.
Mhm.
We
You
will
go
not.
to the forest, you start a family, you live happy no lives in the wild.
I never see a creature like white creatures, so I don't eat it. Can we eat little rabbit? That big rabbit looked very tasty, but it's mean. Can we
You
eat
can
little
hunt,
rabbit?
Little.
you can hunt
Uh,
and eat normal rabbits in the woods, yes.
What if that big rabbit has young? Can we eat little rabbit like that?
No,
No.
How do
no.
we know?
Because
What
they
is-
would be protected by,
Tell him if you see a rabbit running around on
What?
2 legs, it's no good for him.
yeah. When you see these creatures that look like rabbits or elephants, but they're running around on 2 feet like a human, those are the ones that, or like yourself, running around on 2 feet.
It scratches its head and looks at who done it. He's like, it has 1 leg and 1 metal thing.
I knew he was going to
We
go
can
there.
eat it.
I knew he was going to go there.
Uchiyo, if you keep trying to lawyer me on this, I will cut your head off and find your lair without your help.
Ucho confused. His head hurt. Please, we don't eat. We just don't eat anything.
No,
Is
no,
that what
dude,
Master wants?
you know the difference between intelligent creatures and creatures that get hunted for food. Quit trying to play games with me. You're not that stupid.
Oh,
Maybe I'm stupid.
that is
Disagree if I understood that.
that is the nicest thing anyone ever say to Ucho.
I've dealt with enough gnolls in my life to know that you're more intelligent than you let on.
Yes, we take you. And he gets up. He's like, Master, want us to take now to
Hey.
Dietonia?
I'll turn to the party. Do we want to go now?
It's a long walk from here.
How many
Well,
days, Uchiyo?
We walk for 8 days along river, or we could go to the road, and it takes us about 5.
He says it's about a week.
I think, the road will risk that we might be found by people we don't want to be
Yeah,
found by.
we should stick with the river. Uchiyo, is this near another human town?
Yes. It's from the
Amphail?
south. I don't know what it's called.
The main one.
But it's to the south of this human town. You say south. He doesn't say south. He points down away from the direction in which you would be going. He's like, that direction from town, there are big hills, and humans stick their dead under there. And we live in one of those hills.
I got it.
So
Do you dig up the dead humans and eat them, Uchiyo?
No, they're just bones. We only gnaw on the bones. We make soup out of it.
Okay.
man,
I'll
these,
turn back to the
these
party.
people and Burley really need to compare recipe notes.
Is anyone is anyone familiar with this town, Amphail, or where we're going, so I can
Amphail.
try and just Amphail? I'm trying to understand if the dogs are camped near it, but I need to describe it somehow. They don't know the name.
You guys could give me, if anybody has history, you can give me a history check to know a little bit about Amphail.
I
Okay,
might
history,
have.
history.
I have a little bit of history, but somebody has it better than mine. I'll be glad to let them do it.
I got a
Jeff, roll me
+1.
history. I have a +5.
All right.
Yeah, you better do. Yeah, it better be you then.
She has the history.
I have 3.
And yeah.
Anybody want to give her a assist? You want to give her
Yeah,
assist so she can roll to
Totally.
on that?
Yeah, somebody's sister.
Go ahead and give it another roll there, Jeff.
You got it. All right. Please roll better.
All right.
That's much better.
That's
so,
better.
Eleuthria and Boja put their heads together and kind of think about it for a moment, and they are able to tell you that Amphail is a town. It's about 2.5, 3 days ride north of Waterdeep along the long road. It's mostly a farming community that creates food that is traded and sold to Waterdeep. There are a couple of minor lords that live there that are part of the Lords Alliance. As far as you know, the town is surrounded by barrows, especially to the south, where the remnants of some ancient kingdoms buried their dead. You weren't able to remember exactly, but there are some local legends of those strange customs in the town, but you don't know exactly what they were. You can't remember what they are, but you don't remember it being a very large town. But it's populated by humans, dwarves, elves, and halflings.
Any landmarks?
You do know that the central landmark of the town, well, there are two landmarks. One is there's a giant statue of a horse, because one of the things that Amphail is famous for is breeding and selling horses as well, in the middle of the town. And there's something about the horse, but neither Boja or Alutria are able to remember what it is that the locals do with this horse, what the custom is. There's also something about a what's called the horse pond, but you don't remember what it is about the horse pond. Everything seems to be about horses. You do remember that there are barrows to the south of the city that are crypts. Most adventurers have gone into those over the years and cleaned them out if they had undead. Amphail is also considered the gateway into the Desserin Valley.
And it was also
Cirrus
mentioned in the documents.
Yeah.
Cirrus will turn back to Uchiyo. This town that you're describing, the human town, is there a big statue of a horse?
Yes. Big horse. Horse is good to eat.
Okay, great. Uchiyo, why are you a week away from your lair? What were you looking for down here?
The lady, she says she must come to big human city, and we want to go raiding for food. And she was talking about having crab. So we go for a raiding party and to accompany her to keep her safe. Because even though she is a big lady, there are many things in the wilds. So she wants us to go, and we wanted to get out of the lair. Because since the last time that we capture, I don't know what humans call it, but party with horses and rolling carts with food and everything in it. We took one with a bunch of dwarves, and we ate all of it. But that was a month ago, and we were very hungry.
That's the caravan the note was talking about, I'm guessing.
Uchiyo, how many days since you last saw the woman?
Last night. She come out of the town, and we were waiting for her, and then we come back up here, and she says, "Do what you want," like that in our language to lead her, and she keeps going north, and so we stay here to hunt crab, and she kept going north.
So you weren't waiting for her to come back?
Well, she came back. She came back from Big Human Town, and she was very happy. And then we said, "We want to stay here and hunt." She said, "No, I'm going north." And then we said, "We stay here and hunt." And she said, "Do what you want."
Yeah. Either way, it's a question that she's the center of all this.
He was done
I think
with
we're
it.
going to have to follow her trail somehow.
Okay, so Uchiyo, 8 days along the river, can we trust the two of you to take us there and not try and eat us in our sleep?
Yes. But even better, we could draw you map. All you have to do is do river and take a left. And that's town. And then south is Barrow. And there is the place. We don't want to go near Yito again. Yito eat us. We be good. You promise. We draw you map and we leave.
Seriously, will turn to the party. They want to draw us a map and then leave. They don't want to go back.
I do not trust that they can draw a map.
I think they need to guide us back, but that does mean a week of traveling with them along the river.
Yeah, that's not a safe proposition.
I mean, I think
Especially-
we should get them to draw the map either way. How far
Yeah.
I agree.
how far we need to take them along, I guess we can figure out. I don't
like all this
care.
most.
Tell them I can heal them if they take us.
The Uchiha, the lady with the genital on her face is willing to heal you if you draw us a really good map and will take us back to your lair.
They must think
Oh.
she's the strangest fertility god ever. You got male and female genitals right here.
Do we have to go to lair? Can we take you near Human City and then leave?
You have to take us at least close to the lair. We're not asking you to go inside. That'll just get you eaten.
He looks to his companion, and they both nod.
Sirius will turn to the party. They'll take us back to the lair. They just don't want to go into the lair once we're there. With the giant and the minotaurs and the chief, who will obviously see that they just let us back to the lair.
The swirl of my cloak in a spin, I will recover my actual appearance, dismissing all illusions.
Oh, they
Bojo will
clap
go
again.
so far
Another bow.
to go and get a couple of the smaller crabs. I have a chest of preserving that I can keep stuff in where it will not spoil.
Mhm.
And I
Okay.
promise that, and I look at Cirrus and say, tell them this is being saved for them. It will be as fresh today in this chest as it will be when we go end their journey with us. And they can have this as a reward as well as the healing if they take us as far.
How much
we
meat can you
ask.
stuff in there?
It
Sirius will
is
turn back.
a chest 2.5 feet long, 1.5 feet wide, and 1 foot
Does it
tall.
give you poundage?
It does not.
Okay.
Sirius will
They,
turn back to them and say, the priestess also says she will store some of the crab meat and it will be fresh after you get back to the lair, and she'll heal you. But you have to draw the map, lead us back to where at least close enough, and you have to go take a bath in the river right now.
Okay, but priestess, no need to do that. Rotting crab even better than fresh crab. In fact,
Oh,
when you pee on crab, it makes it ferment and makes it even better tasting.
culinary secrets of the Knolls. Okay, but the rest of it still holds up, and seriously, we're going down to the river and you're taking a bath.
Yes.
If I could just get a little brandy, I'd be happy to pee on whatever you'd like.
They look around. They're like, we don't have brandy, but Yita may have brandy, and they point at the corpse of the dead leader. Maybe Yita have it.
We do need to search the bodies before we leave.
I search his body.
Okay. You search his body. He had a glaive and a longbow on him. He also had a necklace made out of various ears. It looks like there are elf, dwarven, and human ears on this necklace that he's wearing. What you
Well, if he
do
had a
find,
longbow, he's bound to have some extra arrows for you too.
Mhm.
what is strange is, as you look, there is a gemstone on an earring, but the ear it is attached to a long chain, or not a long chain. It's about 4 inches long, and the gemstone was in his ear, and he was holding his finger up to this gemstone when you heard him speaking Infernal before, or
Okay.
Can I
I'm gonna wave my wand to detect magic and see if any of it glows.
that gemstone definitely does glow.
As somebody
Out
who
of character, I'm thinking Universal Translator. Anybody else?
As somebody who crafts magical items, can I make an Arcana check to see if I can guess what this might be?
Certainly.
I'm going to point to my own ear and said it may be one of messaging.
Ooh.
That is entirely
Does
possible.
the glaive glow or any of the other stuff?
None of the weapons glow, but the gemstone definitely glows. Whodunit takes a closer look at it and believes that Boja is absolutely correct. It appears to be some sort of communication device, a gem that allows the creature to hear and speak to someone else through it.
Did I call it or what?
Mhm.
Hey,
Now,
Cirrus will turn back to Uchiyo. Did your chief or the Dark Lady have a gem or earring similar to that one that this dude had?
Yes.
Who? Which one?
Ito has gem just like.
Ito. Cirrus will tell the party. Yeah, it looks like he spoke to his father with that.
yes,
Oh, does he mean more like a walkie-talkie kind of a thing?
yes,
like with the stone?
this item is here is much like a magical item they call sending stones. It allows you to send a message to whoever holds the other stone. Although I have not seen these in earring form before. It's very
Okay.
ingenious.
Yes. The toy gift to Ito and Yita.
Mm.
Diantoy. I need that name.
I will use sleight of hand to pocket the earring.
He goes, he always look Yita. We always hate him. Can we eat Yita?
Well, you have to come with us if you want to eat Ita.
We going with you anyway.
Oh, that's an awful
But
sleight of hand roll.
one reason we hate Yita is because Yita always read strange words and runes on pizza paper that he carries with them. Unnatural.
Does he cast magic like these two? And I'll point to Whodunit and Boja.
No, he say pieces of paper tell him things, tell him information, he calls it. It's a bunch of bullshit.
I agree. It's a bunch of bullshit.
And not just the stuff from the Minotaur.
Yes.
You say piece of paper, tell him things. Is a piece of paper start out, does it transform into bird or transform from bird to sheet of paper?
No. Can you make it transform into bird? I hungry now.
No, it's just
No.
paper that looks like bird. This is common magical device used in the big city of the humans, as you say.
No. He give him his father give him piece of paper and he stuff it down and he hold it down by his genital down there. He doesn't have it on face. He has it under loincloth down there. And then he look at it sometime and read it.
I'm not looking for it.
Oh,
Okay.
Right?
damn! She
The
called
piece of
that fast.
the piece of paper with information is in the Knoll's loincloth.
Mm-hmm.
Bjorn, while you're searching,
It's a good thing I
Okay.
know prestidigitation, I think.
Okay, well then I will do it then.
When they see Bjorn going for the loincloth, they go, "We go take bath now."
Yes.
yeah,
please
I'm
do.
gonna go keep an eye on them while they're taking their bath.
Uh,
Oh, and Cirrus will say to the party, by the way, they really want to eat that guy once we're done here.
I
Pointing
seem
to
to
the
have no
chief.
objection. They want to
They-
eat their leader.
Yes.
It's a dog eat dog world.
You know, you might make good performer. You have a wit about you.
I'm gonna go take them down to the river. So
I
they can
have
take a
had some
bath.
bardic study down in the Underdark.
Yeah, it's
So-
all about showmanship.
they're not real sure what you mean by bath, but they do know about getting in the river. They kind of let the river flow over them. So
I'm going to start discussing with Eleutheria the finer points of comedic timing and showmanship.
Yes.
meanwhile,
Yes.
Bjorn goes into the Underdark of a different type, and you do indeed find two sheets of paper down down there, but they have some strange symbols scrawled on them that you do not understand.
There
All right, let me
appears to
ask
be
you
some
something
paper
about-
under the nuts here.
Let me ask you something about prestidigitation. Can I sanitize the paper without sanitizing the language on it, or do I just sanitize Bjorn's hands?
No, that will absolutely work. You could do all three.
Okay.
Or any
Bjorn's
combination.
hands needs to be sanitized first.
Yeah,
I'm taking
Well, we
one
do have
for
a
the
river.
team here, searching this guy's loincloth. The least you could do is clean my hand first. That's all
So
I'm
you
saying.
get the stank of
Absolutely.
these nuts off your hands. So yeah.
I have
Yeah.
shown you one benefit I can offer you. Now let me offer you something far more generous, because I think if you touch your face later today, you will go blind.
I'm
So,
melting. I'm melting.
the both the pieces of paper have scratches on them. Bjorn has never seen any writing like this before in his life, so
Bosha would like to look at him to see if it is infernal.
it is infernal. Both of them. What you notice, the first piece of paper actually is a map. And there are a number of things labeled on there, but it is a fairly accurate and well-drawn map, especially for the possession of a knoll, but everything is labeled in infernal, including the town Amphail, Waterdeep, the long road, the high road, the river that you're next to, and you see a hill, and there is a X there on one of the hills. So there's like 5 or 6 hills clumped together in a certain pattern south of Amphail, and there's an X on one of the hills.
Yeah.
I'll explain this to everyone. This is infernal. This is a map that will be very useful for us and point out all the spots.
Well, now we don't need to get the gnolls to draw a map for us. We could just get them to point out where on the map we're going.
Hmm.
I'm very glad that we can read the note. Can we please clean my hands?
Yes, and right away.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
sir.
wave Uchiyo and Rata over.
So I'll pull out like
to
a
look at
handkerchief and like drop it over your hands, and like when I whip them away, they are fresh and smell like ivory spring.
Our friend Selby had a trick like this. It is good to know that you can do this.
The
I
second,
have a question for you.
real quick,
yeah.
the second piece of paper
Mhm.
reads
Yeah.
this, Boja, and then Boja can share it with you guys. It says, if Jay is wounded, please eat her, son, and we will assume control.
I'll let everybody know. Well, they were going to eat the lady if she was injured to take control.
What did it call her?
J. It was just the letter J.
If Jay is wounded, please eat her. Let son take control. Well, I believe you said something about dog eat dog not too long ago, eh?
Yes.
It would seem so. No honor among thieves, it would seem. No offense, Cirrus.
Remind me quickly here, Steve. Did Eleutheria drop any eldritch blasts along the way?
I did hit them with one early on.
I want to ask Eleutheria a question then.
Yes.
This dark lady, she is tied to otherworldly power, it seems.
Yes.
And I wonder. Now, these creatures speak in infernal, and she speaks in infernal as well, or at least their leadership do.
Mhm.
You possess a skill that is not known amongst the mages by and large, or even sorcerers. You have an
Yes.
eldritch ability about you. Do you think perhaps this lady might have a bond with something? I think you understand what I am asking you.
Has she made a pact? It is certainly possible. We will need to know more, though. But it is something we should at least consider.
I had wondered perhaps if she might have if they described her, but she is not a tiefling by appearance, if she appears to be human to them. They usually have different colored skin than the humankind, yes?
Yes, we did encounter one not so long before we fought the dragon. So I know the kind you're thinking of. As for this lady, it's possible. I mean, if she is in league in some way with the goddess Underleaf, for instance, perhaps there's a pact with one of her servants. But that is a wild speculation at this point.
Oh, this is why I've heard of you. Like, oh, you have fought dragon and lived. Quite an accomplishment.
Bjorn did most of the real work, but I appreciate that.
Yeah. It looks like he can do some serious damage, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. When Uchiyo and Ratag get done in the river, I have further questions.
Okay.
I want to see if
Uchiyo,
they are. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
you specifically referenced the Dark Lady. You brought up Umberly, the goddess of the sea. Why did you bring up Umberly?
Because we see her bring mist out and she say something la 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 la, and then we hear that name because we have seen this goddess where we grow up before. We grow up next to sea, me and my mate, and we always hear people sacrifice to Umberly before we heat them.
She could
So
be a
you
cleric
think
of
she was
Underly.
praying? You think she was praying to Umberly?
I don't know. I never pray to Umberly.
If you would be so
Well,
kind, Beerus, ask.
That is one point in your favor, not many, however.
Ask the creatures if they have seen the Dark Lady use such powder before, and I will point at let's say a tree. I don't see any rocks on the map, and just Eldritch blast it.
He shakes his head.
Okay.
No, I could show you what lady do if it okay.
What did she do? Yeah, what else? As long as you're not going to hurt anyone, show us what she did.
He picks up a stick and he's holding it like it's a knife, and he hides behind a tree, and then he looks at Yita, and he leaps out of the tree and he stabs the stick down into Yita, and then bites Yita and takes a bite off and begins chewing and looking at you like, "Is that okay?" So.
Okay, but maybe don't bite Ita if you want to start a family with her. At least not in public. Again, I'm not,
No,
I'm not
Yita's the
shaming you.
Yita's the
Yita's
leader.
the dead leader. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Ita's the deadly. I was thinking of it. Yeah, no,
Oh, okay.
you.
Like
So
Yita
you've
and
seen-
Yiko.
So you've seen her kill.
I'm guessing that sounds like a dark ritual.
Who
Yes.
did
And then
she
Blood
she
kill?
sacrifice of some sort.
And then she looks like human, but she bites, eh?
No, she don't bite. I was hungry.
Oh,
Uchiyo,
my misunderstanding.
who did you see her kill?
I see her when we last time I see her kill. We what was word you used? Kevan.
Caravan.
Caravan.
Kevan. Yes, Kevan. Last time I see her kill Kevan, she up in tree waiting, and Dwarf driving with horses, and she jumped down on Dwarf, and it was so beautiful. Weeping blade go right through his head, take it right into brain, dead instantly.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
sounds
that
like
does
a-
look
got
the
caught
sort
up
of
in
that
the
does
bubble.
look like the sort of move that would have killed our dwarven ally had back in Waterdeep.
It also seems that she shares many skills in common with you.
Hmm.
You
Perhaps.
know that she can cloak herself in shadows and make a silent passage, and she
Did
is skilled
she
at
leap out of
ambush.
trees often?
She did this time. She say, I remember her saying, because she's saying, no one attack. That guy, he fighter. I take him out, and then we get everybody else.
Hmm.
What language did she say that in?
No,
Gotcha.
she speaks a real language.
She speaks a real language.
She's impressive. She speaks many languages.
Hmm.
Yet she spoke to your chief and his son in a different language.
She's a very dangerous lady with a big ring on her finger.
Tell me about her ring.
Subconsciously, whodunit touches a ring on his own finger, on his index finger.
I don't know. Ring is gold. I know that. And it has a symbol on it.
What's it?
One
Tell me
ring
about
to
the
rule them
symbol.
all.
It's I don't know. It's a human symbol. It makes no sense to me.
Does it look like a sword? Does it look like a head?
It,
Describe it to me.
it looks like shield maybe with leaves around it.
A shield with leaves around it?
Laurel,
Maybe.
perhaps.
I'll tell
And
the others.
and
This woman has a signet ring with a gold signet ring, a shield with leaves around it.
That sounds like the sort
And
of
what?
device that the
Lucio?
elves might have.
I don't know. And
Or it could be the signet ring of the dwarf that she murdered.
Or it could be a Lord's Alliance thing.
That's what I'm thinking. The ring was
Because
gone
he
when we
he
found the
wasn't
body.
in the ring, right?
No, but she
The
had this
dwarf had a
ring.
tattoo, like where he'd wear a ring. He had a tattoo that had a symbol on it.
Yep. The tattoo symbolized that he was affiliated with Mirabar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then then we know
Could
that
be the
he
symbol of
was
Mirabar then.
part of the Lords of Alliance as well.
Lucio, have you seen that symbol
And there-
anywhere else?
there was also a symbol that you got on the note that you found in your rooms as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was that symbol?
Did it have the leaves and stuff too?
That was the Lord's Alliance symbol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, but I don't know
Um,
what that looks like.
It's like a crown.
Yeah.
This particular symbol was a crown, and then it had like a laurel wreath around the crown.
So this sounds like a shield with a laurel wreath around it.
I want to show him
Similar.
the note that I have from that room. Lucio, did it look anything like this?
No. Leaves look like that.
No.
The leaves look like that exactly. Those are the leaves. I never see leaves like that.
Hmm.
Okay. Interesting. So did this lady have anything else interesting that you remember, Lucio? Aside from the ring and the cloak and the dagger?
Yes. She have weird picture or something of a lady. It smell funny. Lady kind of looked like
Like
the other lady, but much older. She keep it on her desk in her office. She call it office. I don't know what office is, but that where her lair is, where she sleep.
yeah, office is just a word that humans use to describe their lair where they keep stuff and they tell other humans what to do.
Yes, she have big picture of woman that look like her but much older hanging on wall. I go in there one time to bring her food. Yes, it was human. This lady wear a ring just like the other lady's ring, but she not clothed like other ladies. She wearing silly clothes, like long flowing clothes. They all shiny and bright and stuff like that. No armor, no weapons, nothing like that. Lady looks sad when she look at it sometimes.
Was there anything in the background of that picture?
Yes.
Tell me about the background of that picture.
I don't understand what it was. It human stuff.
Like
I
a
don't
town?
understand. No. Where human live, like where the lady live, but much, much different. Because there's all sorts of stupid things in there, like these long things that look like they are white with flame on top, and human armor and human shield and human weapons in the background, and big stone walls, but no skulls on it, no bones, no hanging meat, nothing like that. Not even anywhere anybody peed or put their feces on it to say this is mine. None of that.
Hey, Greg, I put a picture of that Lord's Alliance symbol in the Twitter chat if you want to check it out. Seems to be just a crown.
I'm going to go fetch my camel.
Well, we're in for a long ride. The question is, where it makes sense to go, to Amphail or to the place on the map, where
I
these
think
people
we
are going to
should.
lead us.
I think we should go to Lair. I want to show Uchio the map that Bjorn got. What is this X? Is this where your lair is, or is this something else?
How you draw a map out of Uchio head? That's where we go.
We pulled it out of his ass.
You pull map out of ass? He kind of looks
It's
down.
a
It's
delicate
his ass.
procedure.
He's trying to look up there. You have anything up those up there? Uchio's still hungry.
Okay. Sirius will say to the party, does anyone object if we let these two eat the chief and the others? They're hungry.
I find it distasteful, but at least it may. But
Mr.
why not?
Mr. Simeon, who is still present, and I'm listening through him, pops into visibility, gives you a thumbs up, and then goes invisible again.
The Knowles clap again.
Okay. Uchio, Bata, if it makes you happy to eat Ito, whatever, you can. Like, literally now, if you want. We just don't
And
want to
then-
watch that part.
Both of them rush over there, and you start seeing them ripping arms and legs off and chomping down on it. And yeah, they're going to town. One of them is slurping up entrails and giving you a thumbs up. They might need another bath
I
because
don't
they're
think the
covered in
bath
blood.
will help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even sure prestidigitation will be enough.
So I'm going to take us back to the Sword Coast town.
No.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna go make some tea, but if we want to discuss next steps, I'm cool. I'll have my headset on, just muted.
so here's the Sword Coast map.
Yeah.
So you guys currently are only a little bit ways outside of Waterdeep. So you're like
Mhm.
right about here. I don't know if you can see the circle on the map right now.
Yeah, let me scroll out
Yeah, I
because I
can
don't
see
see
it
where
on-
it is.
Yeah, I can see it on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can follow this river. I mean, you know that the surroundings well enough that you can follow this river till you get to the edge of that lake there, near
Mhm.
the hills. And then if you take a left at that lake, you're going to get towards Amphail, and then the Barrows are tucked up against those mountains off of the long road south of Amphail. So,
Mhm.
and
Well,
this river is a major trade route as well. So there are paths where people with barges will use donkeys to move barges up and down the river and things like that. So it's not exactly hard trekking. It's not a road, but it's cleared along the river for you to be able to walk. You're not going to encounter a ton of people, but there is trade that goes up and down these rivers between Yartar and Waterdeep and Daggerford. So
Yeah. I would say as long as we keep out of sight of the boats, we should be okay. Yeah, we definitely should not be on the main road.
Along the river then.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do next?
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to go north regardless. I mean, to either get to the lair or to get to Amphail, whichever we're planning on doing.
And we have agreed to journey by river to avoid any Waterdavians who are hunting us.
Correct.
Sure. Okay. So it sounds like you guys are going to start heading north along the river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we can. Once we kind of get to a point, we can work out. Which direction we're gonna head from there.
Okay. As you travel north, you do travel for about 4 days without encountering anyone, and you've made quite a bit of journey. In fact, you could see the hills that are to the southeast of Amphail off in the distance. as you get there, you do see a barge coming down the river, heading in the opposite direction you're traveling. There are two pack horses attached to this barge that are pulling the helping control and steady the barge and pull it down. One horse is on either side of the river, and they're tethered to the barge, and they're coming down the river. And there's a man. There's a boy sitting on either horse, and there seems to be a man on the barge calling out to the children and singing songs to them and stuff as they come down the river.
Do you want us not to be seen by these people?
I think perhaps yes.
Everyone stand within 15 feet of me and Mr. Hump.
Yeah.
Penelope Hump.
Yeah, and I'll keep my hood up.
All right. And as you guys gathering close, I will create an image of a large amount of shrubbery and overgrowth with the silent image spell.
Shrubbery. All right. They
I say to you.
they go by you and they never notice anything. So they continue to travel along. You notice that the barge is full of various foodstuffs. There are some crates and things like that. They seem to be just going about their business. It doesn't appear to be anything out of the ordinary other than a merchant and possibly his two apprentices or sons going down and making a journey towards Waterdeep. So
It's the best that we are not seen, and maybe as somebody mentions by happenstance, a very odd menagerie of creatures going in this particular direction. Especially since some of us are unfortunately amazingly recognizable.
About a day and a half later, about midday, you reach this point right here on the map. So the edge of this lake. So there's a marshy area between the lake. It's been built up so that you can walk across it, but on either side of this trail, it's marshy and springy there, and between the lake and the river. And there is a small footpath leading away from the river and to the west towards what you would know is Amphail. So,
And every night we camp, I entertain the gnolls with a brief magic show.
As he's doing that, I would be doing devotions to Sarah and Ray.
Absolutely. You are very surprised. They heal.
Yeah, I was going to say I do a sword dance to Isla Stray in the middle of this too.
Well, they think this is the greatest thing in the world that they're being entertained, and they actually heal very quickly. So in the 5 days that it's taken for you to get to this point, they almost seem to be completely healed already. It's rather unusual how quickly they heal. But you've gotten to this point, and so as you turn west and begin the trek towards Amphail, within another day and a half, you find that you're at a point right below the A here, where the next day's journey could either take you below Amphail into the Barrows, or you could go into the town itself. So you have a decision to make.
It is good to hear.
Before we do that, I would like to go to Cirrus.
Yeah, we're going to need Cirrus. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I would also say that we're going to need Cirrus to decide how we're going to get in, because he's the stealth expert.
Okay.
Are we sure these barrows are not full of whites?
You also notice at this point in time, you could see off in the distance, you're beginning to see signs of civilization. Fields are cultivated fields, wineries. You see even some horses running around in pastures and things like that. So you are getting to civilization again in the area surrounding this town.
There's a winery.
Now, in the days
over
that we've
there?
been
I'm just
traveling,
saying. There might be.
Do we
So in the
see
days that
like
we've
any
been
signs of any
traveling-
guards or anything?
Hold on for a second. What were you going to say, Jen?
I was just seeing the speed at which they healed. Does Bojan notice any special sigil or any tattoo or anything that would seem to aid this? If not, she would like to get Cirrus to ask them if that is their normal healing speed.
Go ahead and give me either Arcana if you have it, or Perception check to look at them.
Let's go with perception. Jeff, roll me a perception.
All right.
I can assist with that.
Advantage on perception. So we will do that then.
Yep.
All right. Dee-dee-dee. So 1 and 2. Ooh.
Oh shit! That second one certainly saw it.
We perceived the heck out of that. Yeah.
You watch them closely, Boja, and the thing that you seem to have noticed is that not only did they managed to not only eat their leader, but sneak some of their pack remains with them as well. And every time they eat, a few hours, one of their companions, a few hours later, they seem to be much stronger and healthier. So
They've eaten well.
I will point out to everyone they heal quicker when they eat their dead.
Fascinating.
Do they get any smarter?
No, that is not what happened. In fact, they may have gotten dumber from mad cow disease or something like that. Mad mule disease.
Yeah.
That is what will happen when they eat the Minotaur.
Yes.
All right. Now, I was going to say, were there any signs of any guards near the town? Like, do they look like they're actively looking for anyone?
Although, if you're perched outside, but it's as you're going down here. As I said, this is the entrance into the Desserin Valley, and you were walking along the Desserin River before, so you're kind of at a high point here, and looking down towards where the town is and the barrows are. It's become pretty apparent to you that the further you move to the west in whatever direction, either towards the barrow or the city, your chances of running into people going about their daily business is going to increase exponentially. So, because the barrows are not far off of the long road, which goes right through Amphail, and probably not more than a few hours walk towards Amphail, you're getting right into the farms and the stables and the winery and the vineyards and everything else that are surrounding this town. So,
yep. Okay. Yeah. Cirrus, I think Boja needed your help, and then we need to figure out where we're going from here.
So you've made it to about a day's journey, either from Amphail or the barrows. You're parked. If you can look at the you're like right underneath the A of Amphail on the map. So,
all right.
And so I would ask Cirrus.
Okay, go ahead, Jen.
Since he's back, I'd ask Cirrus to inquire and find out: is it just eating anything or eating their dead that causes them to heal quicker?
Okay, Uchio.
Yes, master.
We've noticed that when you eat from your packmates, basically, that you seem to heal faster. Has this always been the case?
This is being a Gnoll. We have to eat. Food is important. Humans don't have to eat to live.
Yes, but we've noticed that you heal remarkably fast when you've eaten other gnolls from other gnolls.
It's because
I'm
Gnoll
just
is
curious.
Good. Gnoll is good food. Gnoll is the other white meat.
I'm learning so much today.
Do all gnolls heal as fast as you do?
Yes.
I'm guessing it's a racial trait.
I'll relay this to Boja and the others. They seem to find it perfectly normal that they heal that quickly.
If we didn't heal this fast, what would happen when your friend takes a bite out of you because he's hungry? You would be hurt for a long time.
You know what? That's a fair point.
Okay. So
it seems
all right,
to be
barrows or town?
Evolutionary necessity.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were people watching for us in the town. Remember, we're still wanted for the murder of that dwarven whatever dandy
Yes.
back in Waterdeep.
Yes. Yeah, that's my
Um,
concern too.
And if,
Barrow might be
if-
safer, but it will also be near the long road, so I don't know.
The murder of the dwarven
But-
dandy.
The long road goes right
If
through
we could-
Amphail too, though. So
if we could find out any information from this chieftain, or I doubt we'd get lucky enough to find the woman that's been running them, but it's possible.
We
I
need enough
think
at least to
there's-
prove our
there's
innocence.
more information.
So, yeah.
And if she killed the dwarf, she
Yes.
may have some idea who was trying to frame us in the first place.
If you would like, I can go into town and gather some information. I have a limitless ability to disguise myself.
That is a possibility.
I mean, you could, but I would be careful asking questions as well. You don't want to draw suspicion to yourself
Oh,
by asking.
no, the entire art I practice is one of misdirection. I am sneaky like you, but in different way.
Not sure what happened there.
Lose somebody?
Dunno.
I mean, I think there.
Steve dropped out and came back in real quick.
And that
Yeah,
dwarf wanted to send us here for some reason.
yeah, that's the other thing. I'd like to know why.
But we do not know who the contact was supposed to be within this Amphail.
Not unless it's in the documents.
No.
That is problematic, yes. Still,
I might have contacts in Amphail that would help, but I'd have to find them. And it's no one in particular. I just might be able to find someone that could help.
What do we need to go back to this layer for?
you're talking about the lair of the Knolls?
Yes.
Well, it seems the lady
Well, the
who-
woman who probably killed the dwarf and set us up is running a group of unpleasant humanoids from that location.
the very thing I was about to say.
Then I would say that would take priority over going to Amphail. That would be leading us closer to the direction we're supposed to be going there. We've got to find out who killed him and why.
The direct
Yeah,
approach.
I agree. And at some point, we got to find out why he was looking for us in the first place.
Right?
And this is where the prowess of subtlety comes into play.
All I know of that I remember that we were supposed to do in Amphail was there's like some secret base or something there that we're supposed to find there. But that seems like that's something that will sit there and wait.
Yeah, I think the Knoll lair should take priority, or whatever lair it is.
Yeah.
okay, is that what you got to do?
That's mine and Sirius's vote.
Okay. What about Boja and Whodunit and Alutria? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess we might as well.
I will defer to the group.
Well,
about,
that is majority, so we go.
Okay. So as you turn to move towards the direction where you think that this lair, this hideout is, the two Knolls, when you get to about a half day's journey in the morning, look around nervously and then ask if they could leave.
Why? What's wrong?
The humans are that way, and that this is Yito is that way as well. Yito eat us. We take you. You're only a few hours away. You go that direction. That it's under the hill over there.
There's a whole lot that direction.
Yeah, have them draw a map, yes?
You have map. I saw it. You pulled it out of his ass.
Oh, that map.
Delicately, I might add.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Good magic
Lucio,
trick.
we need you to take us closer, and we can't take the chance that you will encounter anyone there and give us up.
You promise you let us go once we get there.
We will.
All right.
Yeah.
So you travel a few more hours, and eventually, you're only maybe half a mile from the long road. There's a collection of 5 barrows arranged in a certain shape or pattern, the same as the pattern that was on the map that you saw before. And both of the knolls point to one of the barrows towards the far left end and says, "There's an entrance over there. Their entrance." And then the next thing you need to know is that it would look like there's no other way to go. There are 2 doors that are hidden that you could get in that way. But we don't go any further. We don't want to go near because Yito get our scent.
I
And
get
he know.
I get tense and wary when I see the barrows. If you would, Cirrus, ask them if there are any undead creatures within yonder barrows, if that is where they are pointing us. I have seen such things far too often.
No, just bones.
Hey, Ucho,
Bones for
Rata,
soup.
so none of the dead
It
people
isn't
are
an
up and walking
unreasonable
around?
problem.
No. There ain't no undead there.
Relaxes a little bit.
Were there?
Not that I
Did y'all
saw.
have to take any out?
No, just bones. Bones to chew on. Lots of bones. We
Yes,
hear
good.
about undead.
Okay.
Like, kind of softly
Yeah.
to myself, sometimes I forget where I am now. It's different here.
Mm.
It's better.
No undead. So we leave now.
I think we did give our
When
word.
we're
As long
close
as we
enough
got a
to
clear
go
path
inside.
to where we're going, I'm fine with letting them go.
Yeah. We know where to go from here.
All right, Uchiha, which
Before they
direction are you gonna
leave.
go?
They did honor their agreement.
What are you saying, Jen?
So before they leave, Boja's gonna go up. She's gonna take water she has, and she's gonna draw a symbol on each of their foreheads with the water. And she's gonna tell Cirrus, "Tell them this is the mark of my goddess. If they go back on their word, a fireball will come and consume them."
Oh, we not go back on our word now. Oh.
Okay, the priestess says she just drew the symbol of her goddess on your foreheads, and if you go back on your word to us, which again includes no eating humans, halflings, dwarves, elves, gnomes, and so on. If you go back on your word,
and bipedal rabbits.
she can
and
call fire
elephants.
from the sky to take you out.
Yeah. And remember, 3PO will become angry and uses magic.
That's right.
I didn't know I
But
had it in me.
as long as you keep your word to us, you'll be okay. Got it?
Yes, we get it. We understand.
So you
We
won't
not
be
do
like
it.
running off to betray us to anyone from your pack, from your lair.
No, we go now. We go back to where our home place was. We go back there. We eat crab. Different crab, not this kind
Okay.
of crab.
Okay.
All
And
right.
she will offer them the
Go.
crab she
See
had
that you do.
in the trunk.
Go start
Yeah.
your family. Go have a good life.
We go now.
Kind
the
of glad
rest
we
of us have
didn't
been
kill
eating
you.
fresh crab all week.
Good luck to you. Make sure you eat. Make sure you eat Chieftain if you kill him. He make you heal faster.
Thanks for the
Sadly, I'm
advice.
wondering if that's true.
Well, maybe if you're a gnoll.
Yeah.
I doubt if you aren't, it would have any effect. Other than make you sick.
Although
All right.
after
It's
Or end
Right.
up like
Right.
or end up like Bjorn after
You're
drinking
free.
I'd say if
ancient
it's-
dwarven
if it's-
spirits.
Yeah, I was about to say if it's rancid spirits, Bjorn says it's worth it.
Hey, he needed a drink that day, man.
We have
All right.
got to find an amulet of the drunkard for you.
Yeah. Should be like a drunken master monk.
Right? Something like that.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Drunken
Just put a
barbarian.
necklace around his neck for long enough. I think it'll self-enchant as an amulet of the drunkard.
Mhm.
By the power of alcohol, I enchant you.
You know, that is not how I work in fusions, but I'm beginning to see possibility.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let's do this.
Why are you being finicky?
Someday when the story is written, we will be listed as friends of gnolls and goblins.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, I mean, especially if the droop is the one telling the story.
Yeah, I was about to say, out of context,
And
where
Exactly.
is
nothings.
Droop is the chronicler?
Droop is back in Phandalin with
Yeah.
with Myrna at the inn or
Yeah.
tavern, not inn, tavern.
If Droop is the
It
chronicler,
is I, Droop, who alone will tell thee of your saga.
I can't help but think it's like written in this goblin chicken scratch that nobody else can read. It's like, now it's time to publish our memoirs as we retire.
Right.
And like, nobody can understand a thing.
I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That would be my luck.
Let me bring you guys in here quick. Doo-doo-doo.
All right.
Well,
Bear-
got another back coming.
Bear with
Let's
me a
do
second.
this. Let's do this.
Got to bring you guys onto the map here.
I feel as though the abyss is looking back at me.
Well,
This is looking back at you.
Hello,
look
darkness,
in-
my old friend.
I will
Now,
sign.
you see, this album is black. Can we
I
make
will-
it darker?
I will sign your tokens to you in just a
I think
second.
Mike got that reference.
Bring you in here.
What we need is more cowbell.
I've got a fever for the flavor of some cowbell.
That's right.
See, we need to start the band Hot Black Desiato. You know, black on black on black.
What I was getting at with the black reference for like Spinal Tap. Like, can we make it darker?
Right?
It's black, but can it be blacker?
For sure. Spinal
think-
Tap rules. I have not seen that.
It
in
is pitch
probably
black. You are
20
likely
years.
to be eaten by a group.
Movie.
You ever get any of their albums? It's pretty good stuff.
I haven't.
Can you guys see now?
Nope.
Change
it's
the-
black.
I see the eyes, the blackest eyes.
Devil's eyes. Doll's eyes.
That's right.
Until they roll over white when they bite down onto you. And you hear that awful high-pitched screaming, and you realize it's you. Then you know he's alive.
We're doing this again, huh?
Back in black.
His
It's
name.
coming at you like a heart attack.
Or we could go one.
They're
Darkness
back in
impersonating
black.
me. All that I see, absolute horror.
How can I live? How can I die?
Trapped in myself, body my holding self.
I've still got to see the movie that they based that song off of.
I've only seen the little black and white clips from the video.
What?
I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, I've only
got,
seen the music video.
I've got the book too. I haven't read the book either. I haven't got around to reading, but I've got that as well. I've got so many books and movies I haven't gotten around to reading or watching.
Mm-hmm.
Why can you not see?
Riddle me this, Batman. What has eyes but cannot see?
You are you are
Anita?
assigned. You're controlled.
Ha! The Gotham Potato Factory. Let's roll.
Night vision. Night vision.
Holy farmland, Batman! You've done it again. I'm so glad you got that. That's like the answer I was thinking was a potato.
I guess Anita
Potatoes.
technically just has a singular eye.
Beholder potato.
That's right.
Maybe it's a beholder. Oh, great! Now my group is going to have to deal with like a vegetable beholder variant.
Vegetable.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay, we got something going on here.
Yeah, I know. I'm bringing you back into this map to see if that's going to work. And no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That map I saw.
Beholders can dream new beholders, so anything is possible.
I was once in a group that was attacked by doppelgangers. They were shaped and baked out of bread, and they resembled us, and they tried to kill us.
Dopal.
Love the gun drop buttons.
The
Yeah,
genius
we
of
were
D&D.
attacked by an evil baker, and he had a loaf of bread, a giant loaf of bread that resembled each of us, and tried to replace us and take us out.
Damn.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I like that.
well, this was working before, and now it's not working. And it's going to bug the. But we will soldier on. So I'm just going to turn dynamic lining off right now because I can't get it to work at the moment. So
Reveal your secrets.
pretend that you don't see what you don't see. So, well, wait a minute.
I see a lot of white. That's all I see.
You can't see any of your tokens
I
right
can't
now.
see any of our tokens. No.
I can see things I'm not supposed to see, but that's
I don't know where to not look.
Yeah, exactly. Like where were we at? I could zoom in on that if I knew where we were.
Why can you not see your tokens?
I don't know.
All right, let's try this again. Yeah, I know exactly why. Because David put your tokens in the dynamic lighting layer.
Of course.
Because David's got his. Not only is there a map up your ass, there's David's head is up his ass too.
Well, that'll make it easier to find the map.
I
Yeah.
keep hearing about this magician, the Emesis, and he's got great significant tricks. Pulling out of his ass, that is a mastery I have not partaken of myself as of yet.
He has a magical ass. You wouldn't believe what he can do with it.
I mean, I, for one, I have crafted bag of holding into my hat, but never my ass.
You just put it in your
right.
extra dimensional space.
Hey, Mike, can you scroll down and tell me if you see now? Go all the way to.
It's in my prison wallet.
No, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Yeah,
see.
now-
I do.
Yep.
I see
Yeah,
a little room with me in there.
Woohoo! All right. So awesome.
Let me zoom in.
Okay, for me, the rest of the map is black, but I
Hold
do
on.
see
Yeah.
like a blackened map.
Yeah, that's supposed to
Do
be.
you
so.
see that now?
Yeah. Okay. I see us.
I
yeah,
see it on
we're
that
good.
screen. I don't see it on
Okay.
my screen.
You don't see it on your screen?
It's down
Nope.
in the
Yeah.
bottom right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the
Okay,
entire
yeah.
blacked out map because I was zoomed all the way out.
Oh.
Okay, we're good. All
You
right.
should be able to see because you got your night vision and everything set up.
I
So,
see the same on my screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because Demesis' his ass is also giving control of who done it to Steve instead of to Jeff. So,
Well, that would be a problem. Hey, now my
Yeah,
powers
yeah.
actually work.
All right.
Hey,
Can everybody
Very-
see? Jen, can you
I can-
see?
Yes, I see a bunch of black with Boja on it.
Okay,
Hmm.
because Boza doesn't have vision.
Yes.
So
I can
Exactly.
see and I
Alright.
can move my character.
So, you were able to find the entrance to a barrel between, partially hidden by rubble and completely overgrown. But knowing what to look for, you see that people have passed back and forth into this barrel before, and you emerge into an empty chamber of rough-hewn stone, and it is deathly quiet in here and very, very cold underneath this hill.
yes,
Hmm.
this seems exactly like sort of place I would encounter undead.
So
Yeah, I would be careful as well. Although I have a feeling it'll be worse than just undead.
Hmm. There are a few things worse, though. I do know of at least.
Yeah.
Well,
I
not
have hunted my share, my friend. I agree with you on the dangers.
maybe one day I tell you stories about where I am from.
Yes, that I would appreciate that.
So, yeah. So you guys managed to get into the chamber here. You see, I mean, you see what you see, but those with dark vision can see that there might be an opening off to the right or to the top left corner up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. How do we want to organize this?
All right. Since
I'm
we are
I'm going to tell
going,
them, my friend, if you can see in the dark, I cannot. I would have to cast light to see unless you guide me.
Yeah, the downside of that is that the any potential enemies we find will see the light. So it's a trade-off.
I can see in the dark. You can take my hand and I will guide you.
or I can have Mr. Simeon guide her.
Ah,
He
Yeah,
has,
that's certainly doable.
he has vision extraordinary. Even the most pitch of darkness means nothing to him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And Mr. Simeon, I guess he will perch on your big, broad shoulders, and he will whisper in your ear which way you need to go and how far.
I will put my trust in Mr. Simeon.
Right.
Okay.
The test of fate, I understand.
We won't go to initiative at this point, but go ahead and move your guys the way you want to move, and tell me like if you're moving stealthily or anything like that. So
I am going to go.
I'd like to. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually going to conjure up Mr. Bang. I will doff my hat, and I will pull what looks like a kind of a ventriloquist dummy out of my hat and set it on the ground. Or actually, I'll set it up on my shoulders because it doesn't walk as fast as I do. And you see this thing as it's like got like a red cummerbund and a red bow tie. And it's kind of like me. It's dressed like a magician. It's got like the top hat with a red band around it. But the only different thing is that like he's wearing a gun holster with a like a kind of like a gnomish looking firearm attached to his side.
Okay. I'd like to check out this. We appear to have some kind of opening in this upper left little section over here. I think maybe as we don't know what's over there, some stealth might be good.
Yeah,
And I will have to have
that's fine.
someone move me since I cannot actually see.
Yeah, Cirrus and I seem to be the ones with the advantage there. Actually, Cirrus is better than any of us.
Right. What do you
I can
think,
go
Sirius?
take
You
a
want to
look.
check out that little opening there?
Yep.
I'll take a look. Am I moving stealthily?
Okay.
I'll keep a little bit behind you, but not
ahead and
so
give me-
not so
Yeah.
that it'll be.
Give me a stealth check, and you
Yeah,
should be
I'll
able to
give you a
see
stealth
on
roll.
your roll 20 what you're seeing. So
I'll send Mr. Hiss
14.
along with you.
Oh, that's not stealthy enough.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's stealthy enough.
okay,
22.
22. Yeah.
okay. You're moving along very quietly, very stealthily.
So I gotta roll a stealth check too. I'm guessing as if I'm following behind him.
Yes, you do. Everybody who's moving gives me stealth checks. So
All right, I'll be doing that.
Let me see what Mr. Hiss's stat pocket is.
Got. So,
I'm gonna try something.
I got an
Damage.
11 stealth.
My sheet finally
18.
came up.
Let's see.
awesome. Your
Working on
sheet
that,
came up.
so Dex
Yes.
+2.
That's great.
Oh, your sheet came up. That is fabulous.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, Cirrus, when you get to this point, you're all moving at various rates of stealth, some more stealthy than others. But so far, nothing seems to have happened. You see a door in front of you. The door is made completely out of stone, but yeah, the door is made out of stone and fills the area in front of you.
If
So,
you need it, Nim, the mistress has +2 on his stealth, so the roll is a 15.
okay,
Just so you know.
cool.
But y'all are still gonna have to guide me because I can't see.
I-
He is guiding me, so I can't
Yeah.
see to move myself.
I will check this door for traps.
I can't actually move your character though. You'll have to move it.
I'll move her character when you just tell me when you want to move her with you. So, okay, go ahead and give me a roll. I'll move Boja further into the room here.
18.
All right. You look closely at this door. You don't notice any traps. The door seems to be of rather ancient design and make, but rather ingenious. It looks like the door has a mechanism inside. It looks, you having seen dwarven craftsmanship before, it looks dwarven, and it looks like if you push a button in the middle of the door, that is how the door moves.
At least we don't have to say Bella.
Yeah.
What's the Elvish word for friend?
I want to check. I want to check around the other walls here, just based on something that the Knolls had said, to see if there are any other doors or hidden passageways.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ooh, what was that? Why did I do that?
Go ahead and give me a check.
Oh,
Ugh.
You don't notice anything. You look around and take your time,
Yeah.
but you don't see anything.
Well, we know one way through.
All right. Well, I'll just tell everyone. The door opens. Well, something happens when you push that button. It doesn't seem to be trapped in any way.
Push the red button.
So I'll be right here.
no, that's the one that's going to kill everyone.
So, who's
The
gonna?
shiny candy-like history eraser button.
Is somebody gonna push the button?
Um,
Seems like somebody has to.
I'm willing to. If it does
I-
any damage, I can take the most.
I will take a step back out.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of the immediate vicinity.
Okay,
Well, let's yeah.
Bjorn, you're gonna go ahead and push the button. Then you move.
If that's
over
what we're
there?
deciding to do, I'm
Okay.
not just
Yeah.
doing this on my own.
Just in case that entire room turns out to be a death trap, I will be here in the hallway.
Everybody's like,
Okay.
"Yeah, go do it," and they're all stepping back from you. That's always a good sign.
Okay. Bjorn looks
Well,
at
just-
everybody else's nervousness and suddenly is unsure about this, but he pushes the button anyway.
Hey, as you push the button, all of you hear a low click, and then you hear like a contraption starting to, or like whirring going on in the wall, and then the door begins to slowly grind away and moves. Oh, go backwards. Hold on.
I am sure absolutely nobody is hearing this.
Yeah, I hate loud doors.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my good lord. You're
Yeah.
going to be a pain in my ass. I'm trying to move the door. Anyway, the door rolls away, and you're going to see something else as soon as I can move to the back and select this part right here.
Drum roll.
Yes. All right. Token. Bjorn, you walk through the door and you see that. So
There's a totally metal death scene in here.
I like a death scene.
Mhm. Okay.
So the door
Is
slide. I will
following you.
as soon as I can figure out how to remove this one piece here, you'll be able to see it naturally. But Bjorn goes through, and on the ground you see a lot of dried blood and what looks like the very wet, not fresh, but decaying corpse of a dwarf laying in one corner.
I go over to the body, and I examine the body.
Okay. As you kneel down by the body, you notice the first thing that you do notice is that this dwarf has a ring similar to the tattoo that was on the other dwarf finger, showing Mirabar on it.
Okay.
Well, it's not
Yes.
interesting.
He has some clothes on him, etc. But most of his possessions and everything are gone. He seems to have been dragged from one wall and then dumped in the corner here and just left there.
Okay. If they're not going to come in here, I suppose I will go back out and tell them what I see.
No, I'll
Well, I'm
I'll
waiting
go in.
for
Bjorn's
to be able to
there
see
and
what's in there
investigating.
so before I move it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on. Just ignore this.
Well, I
for a
guess I
second.
guess I can try to move here-ish. I can't see.
I'm trying to. I drew a secondary line and it's
There
not
we go.
letting me.
All right, now I see.
Yeah, it's not letting me do the other line and get rid of it for some reason. So it's kind of odd.
on the other dwarf, the mirror bar thing was a tattoo. Is that the same ring that he has on here? Is it a tattoo ring, or does he have an actual ring?
He has an actual ring.
Okay, I let him know that he does have. He has an actual ring.
Oh, I see how
from
it works. Let
Mirabar.
me
I'm
yeah,
gonna
let
bring
me
you up
let me
later.
experiment with something. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, I get
Yeah.
it. All right.
No,
I
there. I
have to move you have to move it in the room in order for the thing to follow you.
Yeah, it's because I'm trying to get rid of the door. I had set up the door as a separate thing to block the light, so once you open the door, you could see. And somehow it attached itself to the walls, and now I can't get rid of the door without getting rid of the walls. So
Okay.
it's kind of
All
annoying me.
Okay.
Anyway,
But at least like
Okay.
after you go in, you know the layout of the place. It's there. So
yeah,
Yeah, and I will follow in as soon as the monkey tells me to.
yeah. I moved you in there, Boja, so you're in there as well.
Okay.
So you're all,
Yeah.
everyone's gathered around this door, but this room doesn't seem to have any exits. You walk through this door and you're in a closed room with no exits, but you see the drag. What it looks like the dwarf was dragged. There's a blood trail leading from one part of the wall, and then this dwarf dumped in the corner here.
There's something
yeah.
significant about his ring. The other dwarf we saw in the alleyway, he had a ring. He had a tattoo ring on his finger that signified that he was from Mirabar. This one has a Mirabar ring, but it's an actual gold ring. That seems there seems to be some significance there.
Yeah, and I was also saying, Sirius, you may want to check the place where the blood trail ends, because I wouldn't imagine there's probably a secret door or something.
Yes.
I would like to use keen
Yeah.
smell to investigate to see if I can smell a way out.
Mhm.
It wasn't me. I was prestidigitation.
Yeah.
If you
If I
can,
had my rat, maybe he would be able to smell it as
you want to
well.
see if you can smell your way out of this place?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm not sure it worked. My hands still smell like that guy's nuts.
That's advantage
can you-
on.
Can you see that now?
Well, since we can't actually, since we seem to be, it doesn't seem like anybody can ambush us. Why
Yes.
don't we just have a little bit of light?
I think I just did it.
All
Yes.
right.
All right. And the gray areas are the parts that you recently explored. So I figured it out. All right.
All right.
So you are all in this room. Go ahead and give me a roll for your perception check using keen smell.
All right.
I can help her, so that gives her advantage.
Okay.
Well, she already has advantage on perception.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And how do you
Sorry.
roll with advantage?
It should
Bonus
give you a
points.
query when you hit to roll it. It should ask you if you want to do it
Um,
normal or advantage or disadvantage.
Actually, I set it up to toggle
All right.
now, so it's on top of your sheet. You could click it to advantage, but go ahead and
Oh.
roll it
Oh.
again, and we'll just take this whichever is higher. So it's
They're
10.
about the same.
Yeah.
So
I think
you sniff around. What you do
Persuasion.
notice
Oh.
is that the air is very still in here, but you notice air drafts near two sections of wall. One is where the blood trail ends by the wall to the north, and the second is in the top right corner of the room. There's a slight draft of air coming from there, like a movement of air.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll let everyone know
check
this.
the walls there. Uchiyo told
Okay.
us there were secret doors here.
Sure.
So I'll look for them.
23.
Which place are you checking right now?
The blood trail
The-
first.
There you go.
Okay.
I have something that might help the lady. Since we do not want to attract
Which
too much
one?
attention, you are the only lady here.
Eleutheria is the other one.
Oh, that is right. I forget.
Yeah.
You are very strong for a lady, and not strong like gigantic elephantine woman.
That is a typical thing among my kind. My women of my kind tend to be dominant.
Hmm. I
You
have
so-
met dominant woman before. Can be fun. I
Uh,
will take off my hat and I will pull out a hooded lantern. And if Boja wishes, she can use this lantern to have light, but you can also like push the iris down so it only has 5 feet of light around you. So it can be like 30 feet and 30 feet, or it can be 5 feet and 5 feet. So like 5 regular, 5 dim.
I have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
If she turns on a light, it could potentially be seen under a door.
Yes, that's a possibility. You have to be careful.
I'm just
Thank
saying,
you for
she
the
can-
offer, but I will wait until we need light and then cast it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's offer where you can see
Fully
no
understood.
details.
Cirrus, did you so you found a
26.
secret door? Yeah, so
And plus,
that
if these
one
are all
door-
like grinding stone doors, I was thinking like there's no space, not like a wooden door.
in one section you do find a secret door and it slides open, but you hear as you depress the mechanism, you hear a second door open only 5 feet away, and you see what you see. So you see into another room. Can you all see that?
All right. Somebody keep an eye on that. I want to.
Yeah.
And you hear, go ahead, give me, you're just going to hear it. You're like, who's that? You think them gnolls are back? Hey,
What do you guys want to do?
give us a word.
I would like to make a performance.
Okay.
I am going to try and sound like one of the gnolls.
Remember, they don't speak common. Seriously, whisper. Remember, they didn't speak common. The gnolls didn't.
Oh, well, that's going to make this far more difficult, isn't it?
Well, the leader might have. We don't know.
Yeah, let's.
I didn't
They're-
personally get the impression with them asking if them gnolls are back that they were actually looking for gnolls. I thought that was more of a do we have to deal with somebody kind of a thing was the impression I got.
Well, we got to say something because they know somebody's here.
I
Just pretend the gnolls are back. Let's keep them off guard for a minute.
Yeah, I'll.
Just say yeah.
I'm just gonna make like a bunch of like yipping and barking and noises like the gnolls, and I will go ahead and use disguise self. I will like flourish my cape in front of me, and like by the time it drops, you've got a gnoll once more.
It's them. It's them. Hey, you puppies. I don't know if you understand it. Yito wants to see his son. Tell him to get his ass in there. By the way, make sure you close the door on your way in. Some stupid dwarf is out there. We left him as a warning to anybody who might be coming in.
Yeah, I just kind of like growl and snort into like the closest approximation to an affirmative I can think of, remembering how they were begging.
And then
Yeah.
you hear him speak. He goes, "Tell Jacqueline that the gnolls are back. Let Yito know too." And you hear, "Yes, sir." And the door. You hear a door close.
So pretty soon they're going to realize we're not gnolls. Do we have a plan beyond this?
I think this is the point where we start killing things. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Well, yeah, they pretty much admitted to murdering these guys. I have no problems with killing the people at the guard.
I got to say my axe
And
hand is getting a little itchy.
My understanding is that you beat up a dragon by yourself, so that's already impressive. I think you've got this.
Oh yeah.
I think we may have gone as far as stealth will take us. So
All right. Bjorn pulls out his axe.
Yeah, let's just get the drop on these guys and hope that they don't alert them that the gnolls aren't really here.
With
I
that,
can perhaps in this. I'm sorry. I can perhaps in this guys give us an opportunity for some surprise.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
well, on that note, I think we're going to put us on initiative. I am going to give you guys a surprise round before I let them go, but we'll go ahead and roll for initiative for everybody now, and then we'll go from there. So,
All right.
hold on, let me clear everybody out real quick.
All right. Oh, let me.
All right, go ahead and roll for initiative.
All right.
You want to stick with the roll I got, or do you want me to re-roll?
What was your roll before? Tell me.
7, which is fine by me.
Okay.
Can you roll again, and I will give you whichever's higher, 7 or that. So
19 and what? Let's see
14.
which one. Let's see
You got a
if I can
14.
Do better than 19. I can. Oh, I got a 21. Okay,
All right.
I'll take the 21.
Wait a minute, Steve. It looks like it's rolling your advantage anyway. You don't need to roll it twice.
Yeah, it rolled your advantage, but that's fine. We'll take
Okay.
it.
All right. All right.
Bjorn, I need initiative from Bjorn, and why didn't who done it?
I
show
gave
up?
you initiative. It's 12. But
You
I
didn't
mean,
show
I'll do
up.
it again. I'll do it
Yeah.
again.
Just go ahead and roll initiative, and then I'll change it or give you the higher. So you get to be 22.
And Boja will tell them all. She will let Simeon guide her into the room,
Okay.
and once she's in the room,
Well-
she will cast light.
It didn't do anything because I forgot to select my token.
Okay.
So here we go. Third time's a charm.
There you go.
Oh, even worse. All right.
What were you before? 7?
Yeah.
7, then 14, then 6. I'm good with it. I'm good with going last with this
I'll
guy.
give you 7. Hold on for a second. Let me roll my initiatives real quick.
All right.
By the way, Greg, I just have to tell you, I have that exact same shirt you rock.
Well, that sucked.
Nice.
It's good to see that some things remain the same. It's my bandit roll, my rolls, I should say.
I don't know what it is, man, about being a DM. Is like so often my bad guys go last. So often.
Wow. You guys suck. All right. So, surprise round. And since you guys are going first anyway, for everybody, Bjorn, you are up first.
Okay.
So, you are currently. Yep. Well, put your token down and I'll update your light. Yeah, there you go. So,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. So 1, 2, 6. That's it.
Okay.
So I guess it's a longbow.
Sure. So as you enter into the room, there are 2 torches lit in the room. You see you definitely have seen this kind of creature before. There's a hobgoblin wearing a rank of insignia rather proudly around his neck, and a bandit type creature, a bandit. A guy who looks like he might be a bandit standing by one of the doors. They both seem to be on guard duty. As you run into the room, they both look surprised and shocked, but have frozen, unable to act. So, Bjorn, you're up.
Okay. And let's see.
Come on, do that Rambo shit, buddy. Fire the
23.
arrow. Oh!
And I'm shooting at the guy who looks like a bandit. 6.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then my second
Stick
attack.
another arrow in him.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh,
22.
nice.
And 6 again.
So as you run in, both of them shocked. You quickly notch 2 arrows in quick succession and put both of them through his throat, and he clutches at it and falls to the ground, bleeding out and dead.
Wow. Awesome.
I think he split the first arrow with the second.
That was
Next up, Eleuthria.
Yeah,
Hold
let
on.
me
If I oh no, never mind. I'm wrong. Sorry.
What were you going to say?
okay.
I was thinking I got an attack if I killed him, but that's only if I did it with my axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see what the
Yeah.
room
Oh, to
looks
get
like.
the hit points.
Okay.
But no, I don't get the hit points. I got to do it with my axe.
Yeah, that's what I was
Gotta do it
saying.
over here, I guess.
Gotta be melee.
I'm gonna blast the hobgoblin. So we'll do that.
This will teach you to work for Kingpin.
Yeah. Vasra, dancing mistress, show this fool the error of his ways.
Oh. 12?
No.
18.
Okay, I think the
There
second
you
one probably
go.
got him.
He manages to keep his wits about him and dodges the first Eldritch Blast as it smashes against his wall. But you adjust your aim, and the second one catches him in the chest.
Okay.
Doing
Yeah, not much, but something.
All right.
Every little bit helps.
Oh yeah, and bonus action. Let's summon one of my creatures.
All right.
Oh, what are we going?
Oh, what's 5?
This one's interesting. Let's check what that is.
5 is.
I'm hoping for direwolf.
3, 4.
No, it's not. It's a panther.
That works. Oh,
Gwen Wavar.
this is what you've been wanting.
This is the funniest damn thing. Like a drow with a black panther.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Where did you want the panther at?
Let me check and let's see what.
So I'm just checking. We got to call the Panther T'Challa, right?
Either that or Gwen Flavar.
There you go.
Yeah, put it to. Let
Dare
me
I
see.
say
I can throw it.
Shirley?
I can throw it 20. I can throw it 20 feet, so I can actually put it next to the Hobgoblin and have him attack.
Boom.
I don't think you can use the other name. I believe Drizzt has it trademarked.
Yeah, Gwen Flavar. Yeah.
So it can't attack this turn because it was summoned this turn, but he's definitely threatening him there. So for other people.
And that's all I need.
Oh, yeah, that's Sirius's wheelhouse.
So Cirrus, you're up.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah. So yeah. No, I think I missed. I forgot to say because I was muted. If he tries to move, it's an attack of opportunity for the Panther.
Okay.
Ugh.
10.
No, that is a miss.
Yeah, throw that other
But
dagger.
I will take my bonus action and throw. Then my
Okay.
clicking's gotten weird. Hold on. Roll 20
She's
started
not
being
clicking
weird
with
at
her.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. 20.
Yeah.
20.
20.
Once again, just like a Lutria, you steady your aim this time, and you're able to hit it. Doing
7.
all right.
4.
Oh, you get sneak attack?
You get sneak
12.
attack on your
Yeah.
bonus action.
He's got the Panther right next to it.
I get sneak
Uh.
attack up to once per round as long as I meet the conditions. So I can't have it on
Nice.
both my normal and bonus, but I can have it on either or.
Okay.
Sweet.
So your dagger catches the hobgoblin right in the chest, and it reels from both the force of the Eldritch Blast and the Psychic Dagger and kind of slumps up against the wall, looking around desperately, hoping that someone will come and rescue him. Who done it?
I will set
Oh,
you
I'm afraid
free.
there's going to be no rescue for this fellow. It's going to
I
be
will
most
set you
unpleasant for him. So I will have this move here. Hang on, I need to see my other thing. Yeah, Mr. Hiss will also come in because I need him to be in the range. And let me see where.
Let us relieve you of this burdensome thing called life.
I need you in there as well, so you can attack. Everybody's going to move into attack position. Yeah, he's in range of everybody. So let's start with the minor and work our way up to the majors. So first, Mr. Hiss is going to waylay him. Don't think that one's going to do it.
No.
No.
All right.
So Mr. Hiss hisses at him, shoots a wave of force at him from his mouth, but the hobgoblin still has enough about him. He's a wily old campaigner there, and he dodges that as well.
Yeah, it's not bad. You have good reflexes. Try this on for size.
That is a hit. He dodges aside from Mr. Hiss, only to get hit by she bangs. So
Oh, you're still standing. You are
Yes.
very sturdy.
Two shots right to the chest, but he is still moving around. He is smoking. His armor is smoking all over the place, and he's desperately trying to draw his weapon, but it doesn't look like it's not looking good for him right now.
And the funniest thing is, like, he's getting blasted by what looks like the chieftain's son.
Yeah.
He's like ordering these little monsters and talking in an accent he's never heard before.
And he's cornered by a panther, which I find too funny.
That is a hit.
Boom.
You take your time and slowly point at him, and an Eldritch Blast comes out of your hand, catches him full on in the face, and slams him up against the wall before he slumps to the ground, dead on the spot.
Just like softly utter the words, Baba Yaga.
John Wick?
Yes. So.
Not entirely.
Mm.
But he killed a man, a whole bunch of them with a pencil.
Well, to be fair, the pencil was my homunculus.
So
It is mightier than the sword.
the
John
sounds of
Wick was
battle,
skating by with his homunculus. What a wuss.
the sounds of battle quickly die away in this enclosed room, and you are left wondering if anybody has heard this, but you hear nothing.
Awesome.
This next room is lit, it looks like, yes? I see 2 torches.
The room that you're in, there were 2 torches there for the guards that were on duty here. And you see, if you could see where Bjorn is, there are 3 doors attaching to this room.
I was just thinking, like, hey, Boja, you can come in this room. It is good for your eyes, yes?
Yes, there are 3 doorways in here. And you also know from Boja, when she did her keen senses before, was able to determine that there was something strange in the room you were previously in the top right corner there. She had felt some air movements there as well. So
Good kitty.
yes. And that panther is still with you right now, so
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we want to check the other area in the other room?
I'm
Before
just
we moved
reminding
on.
him that I'm a friend.
Yeah. Let's go see what's up with that.
all right.
Cirrus will go back and check the other area.
Okay. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead and give me a investigation.
Ouch. At least you got that
Boy,
10.
that sucked.
I was about to say, psychic dice.
18,
come
that's a
on.
lot better.
18.
Oh, man, those things are so good to have.
Hell yeah.
You
Those
find
things have saved us on more than one occasion.
another room beyond this one. Another secret door opens up into another room.
All right.
Do I hear anything?
Nope. You just know that 2 doors had opened, and there is another room beyond.
I'll attempt to be stealthy.
Okay. You move with stealthy grace into this room. It's a rather plain room, but it's obviously a room that has seen some use. There are numerous bridles, weapons, shields, armor, etc., piled up here around the room, almost as if they've been taken here and just thrown here haphazardly in various corners of the room. They represent all different makes, all different quality, but it's all arms and armor that have been piled in here.
No other apparent ways out.
Not that you can see right now.
All right.
Might be worth
Okay.
looking over the weapons.
I'd like to see if there was anything there that maybe might be better than we have.
Yeah.
It's always
I
a
will
good idea
let
to
the,
do a search.
I will come out and let the others know what I have found.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can search it, but we need to be quick because someone's going to come back and find those guards' bodies soon.
All right. Let's see.
Very true.
Okay. Let me see.
Perhaps
All right.
save it for
My
later.
cat's coming with me. Okay. Where is it?
So you do a
Or
cursory.
just will stay where she can see.
Okay. You guys do a quick cursory examination, looking through everything. It looks like everything here is common equipment. There's some splint mail that looks to be of good quality. There's also a suit of plate mail, but it is of very poor quality. It looks like it's been here quite a long while, and it has quite a few holes in it that would need to be repaired. You also find a number of weapons, but most of them are broken. There are a couple shields, but those have been smashed as well. All of these arms and armor look like they've seen battle and come off the worst for it.
All right.
I'm guessing old dwarven armory.
I'm thinking that they just throw the extras from their caravan raids in here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see anything particularly useful here. I guess we'll go
I say
back.
I say we get on out of here then.
Yeah, let's go back up. All right. Follow me, good cat.
If the cat attacks anyone,
And-
can it sing fucking hostile for me?
I don't think he's that smart.
Boza, you had cast light on yourself, correct? You were going to
Yes.
cast light on yourself? Okay.
Because I didn't know if there was light in the other one, and they've also said stealth is over, so there's no point in me not having light.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
Let me do that for you.
they know somebody's here. They just don't necessarily know that it's us or that we're out to kill them all.
And how long is light last again? I don't remember. I think it's 10 minutes or is it an hour?
Check.
Mm.
Light.
It's at will though.
1 hour.
Okay. Cool. So can you see now? You should be able to see.
Yes.
All right, cool. So as Bosa walks in the room, she casts light on herself. You still have not heard anybody coming, but you did hear as Cirrus had opened the door, a door open and close. So whatever that means, it means, but he certainly
And it
heard
could,
one of these doors open and close.
and maybe somebody saw us or heard us and decided to go report to their superiors. Yeah, I'd be careful.
Okay.
Oh, I can't move everybody at once.
Well, I mean, these two thought that we were just the gnomes coming in, and they did send someone to report that the gnomes had, Knowles had
Knowles.
returned.
The gnomes are
So-
coming back. What gnomes?
We need to keep moving because
Here, they're very
we need to
tasty.
we need to head this off before Jacqueline gets smart and takes off.
Yeah,
Bisgrit sir claims are good eating.
yeah,
Did we check all the rooms?
yeah.
No,
I
there's
think
we
3
just-
doors out of here.
Yeah, which do you
Right.
want to tackle first?
Did what was the one we just looked at? Is that the
Well, you
one
went
next to
back-
me?
The other secret entrance. You went to there was another secret door in the room with where the dead dwarf was. So you went through and you found the another room with a bunch of old arms and armor in there, but it wasn't of any good quality. So now you're
Okay.
in this room and there's 3 doors that are unopened that you have not gone through.
What do you
Sears
say? I
is
checked the
gonna
one next to me.
Door
Sears is
number
gonna
1, door
step
number
back
2, or door
here.
number 3?
I'm going
What
to
was
step
that?
back here long enough to close this other secret door and
Okay,
then rejoin the party.
that's fine. So
I'm
once
going to
again,
try and open this door next to me.
Or you can have it in the box.
okay. Bum.
I will have Mr. Hiss back up Bjorn once again.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So
If
Okay.
need be, I can cast a spell
Alright.
with him as long as
Okay.
it's touch.
you open the door and it slides back in the same way that the other door did before, the same mechanism, and it rolls into the wall and disappears.
Actually, let's make that Mr. Simeon because he can become invisible.
And that's what you see in front of you, Bjorn. The door opens, and then there is a hallway that curves, that bends directly to the left as soon as you walk in.
Okay, there appears to be a hallway on the other side of this. Do you guys
Mhm.
want to go down the hallway and check it out? It appears that it veers off to the left as we enter.
Hey, DM,
Yes. Yeah.
did our slaughtering of these 2 individuals leave a lot of blood?
Actually, no, it did not. At least not in the Hobgoblin's case with what you hit him for. Now, in the case of the guy who was in the top left corner, he was put through and through with 2 arrows, and he bled out all over the floor. So there is a lot
Okay.
of blood in that corner.
Arrows to the throat, even. So probably a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. Do you guys want to drag them off to the old rusty weapon room, and I clean up the blood with some prestidigitation?
Or you could put it next to the dwarven guy, and nobody's going to notice that there's any blood there because there was already a blood trail.
Either or,
Well-
just in case you want to be extra sneaky, or do we not want to waste the time?
I mean, it's a good idea generally, but let's just keep rolling.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know how much time we have. Maybe something is on the other side of that door.
I want to get
So,
to Jacqueline,
do I
wherever
go
she
in?
is.
No.
So you continue down the door that Bjorn's opened, or take a peek in the other two doors as well, just to see what the options
Let's
are.
at least open the other two and see what's going on.
You don't want me to step in here
Sears
and see
will
what's
open
in
the-
here?
Sure.
All right.
Go for it.
Yeah, see what's in
Gonna
there
step
first.
right in here and see what I can see.
Okay.
Because if we get into a fight, I don't want to open another door yet.
I will let you tell them what you see. So
Okay, this appears to just be a hallway. It leads down to the left, and it looks like further west from here.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So, do we want to check the other two doors, or do we want
I
to go
want
down
to
the
open
hallway?
the door. I want to open the door to the north.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
That
I'm
sounds
gonna come
fine.
back out then.
it
Cool.
opens the exact same way as the other one, and you see that.
Hmm.
Hmm. Which hallway do we want?
It's another room like this one, y'all.
Let me.
There is one more. Let's open this one.
Mhm.
Okay.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
All right. All right.
I will let you report on what you are seeing.
It's another hallway.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing but
All right.
hallways.
What do y'all
All right.
think? Hallways or room?
Well, I mean, it's hallways no matter which way we choose. So.
And just so you guys know, it's 5 to 7. I'm fine still playing, but I just wanted to let you guys know. So it's 5
Yeah.
till 10 on your time. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's a little
I-
early to.
I don't know. I think if whenever we do hit a decent breaking point, I can't go too late.
Okay.
Yeah, and admit
Yeah.
this is about as good a stopping point as we're going to get.
okay. Yeah, I mean, once you get into this, it's going to be pretty much till the end. So
Mhm.
of the dungeon. So or this
Okay.
area.
That
So-
sounds like Jeff has a good idea there. Then.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and call it here then?
Okay.
And I will tally up some experience for y'all.
Awesome.
Okie dokie.
Look at me
Yeah.
being all southern there.
All right. I'm gonna close this out. Hold on.
All right.